We live?
Welcome back to the Cloud Ninja Podcast. I'm your humble host, MELLO, signing in, joined by Bara B, Free Game Nino, and of course, the illustrious Kiddo Maki. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and rate. We appreciate it.
Free Game just muted everybody, bro.
That was funny as
You all
fuck.
right, partner?
Bro, I was playing the intro. I got to do it a different way, and you kept on talking.
Because I was trying to do the intro, bro. That's crazy.
Yes, I thought.
Nah, the cinematic intro play, bro. The cinematic intro play. But I guess I couldn't see it. I was sharing it on the screen. My bad.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, that was a bust.
I missed a once in a lifetime intro. It ain't never happening again.
Yeah, do it again. Do it again.
Hell no, that's Bara's thing. I was picking up his
Welcome
slack.
back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Cloud Ninja Podcast. We're here with our two lovely co-hosts, Free Game Nino the Third, and of course Mello the Dreamer, and of course we're joined by a special guest, Kiddo Maki the Third.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why am I not like the only, not the third? What is that?
Because you have an established last name. You have an established one.
Honestly, it's Free Game Nino. Like it's like whole. But
what is a Nino? What is that, by the way?
That was a nickname I was given way back. It's like from Nino Brown and stuff. I'm not going to get into the specifics of why that was my nickname, but yeah, it was a nickname from.
I thought it was like a Spanish term or something. Like it meant something in like a different language. Or something.
And Nino, that's boy in Spanish, but
yeah, free game boy.
Nino. Now you know who Nino Brown is, right?
Yeah,
you ain't cultured. That was my nickname when I was my earlier days.
Nino is just 2 syllables. I can't really get jiggy with that. It's like calling Maki Kiddo's last name. It's just 2 syllables. The Dreamer, that's like
Free Game is 2 syllables, so that's 4 whole syllables for one name. That's over.
Yeah, but the last name, like Mello's last name, the Dreamer. You feel me? That sounds right. Matter of fact, Mello XO had 2 syllables. I always knew that sounded a little bit weird.
But let's stop talking about it. Yeah. We on about names. let's get into some dudes. You crazy, bro. All right, so I thought this was an interesting one for Mello.
Okay.
Let's see here. Right. Let's see. So Batman's Justice Buster manga ends. Mello, have you kept in touch with that? Have you watched that or read that?
Batman's Justice Buster manga. No, I have not read that.
Okay, so this year's 25th issue of Kodansha's Morning Magazine published the final chapter on Thursday for Ichi Shimizu and Tohim Batman Justice Buster manga. DC publishes the series in English and describes the story. In Batman Justice Buster, Gotham City has been under the protection of Batman for only a short amount of time, but since the vigilante's appearance, crime has changed. It's gotten more bold, more destructive. As Batman tries to rise to meet these new threats, he develops a computer system, Robin, to help him analyze and subdue the rising criminal tide and hopefully one day put an end to the crime in Gotham. So that's what it's about right there. I don't know if you ever peeped it or not. I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't know they had a Batman manga in Japan.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's pretty interesting. I might have to pull up on that. I'm a huge Batman fan. In particular, my boy Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond. But I do rock with Bruce's stories, of course, as well, the OG. But yeah, I never knew about that. So I have to pull up on that at some point. Or did somebody like y'all got like a bubble guts. What's good, bro? I know you got that McDonald's. Or got that McDonald's, bro. It's like, yo, you good, bro?
Son got that McDonald's. Not me. I don't eat that.
That
Yeah,
Mickey D's.
I'm like completely uncultured when it comes to Batman, bro. How is he so good? I heard he's just like a regular human being with like.
Nah, that boy's a
a
billionaire,
utility
bro.
belt.
He got gadgets and all types of shit. We be, and he a
Nah.
genius.
He's not like a normal human. He's like the peak of human perfection.
Yeah,
like
he's a genius.
he's like the apex of like he's basically a Chad's Chad, basically like that.
It sounds like pure glaze. Like
I
Not-
equate him more like to like Iron Man. Like just like Iron Man is just better than me. I like Iron Man better.
It's like you have, well, it depends on which Batman you're talking about. Batman Beyond has
true.
like a suit that gives him like superpowers, basically.
Right.
Make him superhuman. Bruce, he's highly intelligent, but he also has like crazy like willpower and crazy like internal drivers, and he's also insane, so that might help out a little bit.
Really?
Of course,
I didn't know that.
yeah. I mean, you know, he dresses like a bat and jumps from rooftops. And
Well,
beats
yeah,
up.
there you go.
He's a
There you go.
he's
There you
a
go.
rich guy that
Say
beats
less.
up the underclass in his city instead of like, you know, putting in economic help. He just, you know, dresses like a bat. He's not well at all. But yeah. So Batman's pretty peak. But a manga sounds fire. I mean, a lot of stuff in like America, like I think there's a Spider-Man manga too, Spider-Man of Japan. There's a lot of you know, concepts
gonna get
that
into
lend.
that.
Or sorry, what?
We're going to get into that, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of elements like Star Wars, or like even I would say I don't think Lord of the Rings is American, but a lot of like fantasy stuff, high fantasy, could be really transferred well into manga and anime in a way I think is pretty cool. But,
Yeah, definitely. Lord of the Rings is definitely American.
there is a Batman anime.
Is really?
I think it's like
Oh
Gotham,
yeah.
Tales
It's
from
not
Gotham
an
or something.
anime. It's just an anime style though. I seen what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like an
No.
anthology.
I'm
It's
thinking
like
I'm thinking of Wolverine. Sorry, wrong one.
Yeah, they have an X-Men anime too, but it's like the Batman one's like an anthology series with different like animation art styles. So it's like really cool. If you want to check that out, I highly recommend it. Particularly the one where he fights Deadshot. That one's pretty well animated and art is pretty sick. But yeah.
The dopest thing, because you know I'm not a Batman fan, but the dopest thing that I liked about Batman is that he figured out every way to kill every person in Justice League. So I mean, canonically, he can kill every Justice League member.
Yeah, it's not terribly difficult, but he's definitely like he has like the, you know, Tower of Babel or the, you know, the protocols. I think he actually made a protocol for himself in one of the recent comics. Basically like an AI Terminator thing to take him out, but it kind of like I think went rogue or something and hunted him down. And he had to like beat himself. Basically, it was kind of interesting.
Oh, dope! I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about Spider-Man though, Ultraman and Avengers comic miniseries launches in August. So Marvel announced on Wednesday the previously announced crossover comic between its Avengers and Tsubura Productions Ultraman franchise will be a 4-issue miniseries that will launch on August 14. Kylie Higgins and Matt Groom will write the comic, and Francisco Mana is the artist. Like whoever, that don't matter. But anyways, it says Spider-Man has discovered from New York an intergalactic invader has arrived on Ultraman's doorstep, and a kaiju of Earth are acting even more mysteriously than usual. This can only mean one thing: it's time for Ultraman to meet the Avengers. But what comic threat is great enough to require a team up of Marvel's mightiest champions and Japan's greatest heroes? Find out as Shin meets Sam, Spectrum Ray meets Repulsor, and Twip meets Shuwatch in an epic crossover event. So
Yeah, I know about this one. I think we read about this one on a previous stream. This one's interesting. I think they're using all new Marvel characters like Sam Wilson Cap, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. So I'm not sure that was a wise decision because those comics don't historically do well because they deviate from like, well, Miles Morales comics are pretty solid, but like Sam Wilson's Captain America, it doesn't really do well. I am interested in Ultraman. Probably would have preferred like maybe a crossover between Godzilla and Kong, but I think DC just did that recently with Godzilla versus Superman. So
yeah.
But yeah, this looks interesting. I might have to plug into this. Maybe we'll see though. I'm not sold. I'm not sold.
I just feel like an uncultured swine. I'm not
That's
sure who
crazy.
Ultraman is.
It's like one of those old like Japanese heroes, like a Super Sentai, like Power Rangers. But like it's Ultraman's like kind of different. Have you ever seen like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Yeah.
Like the main character Jaden Yugi, he's like Ace Monsters, like Neos. That's based off of like Ultraman. He has like a lot of influence in a lot of different like mediums. But
So it's one of the OGs.
yeah, Ultraman's an OG for sure. Definitely before anybody in our communities is alive. Unless you're like fucking, I don't know, 60, 70 or some shit. But
He
yeah,
kind of looks like Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think he's alien. I don't remember, but
Yeah, I think so. I think Ultraman's alien.
yeah, I think that's his body. Like I think also Alien X maybe from Ben 10 is based off of Ultraman to it. I think to a certain extent. But yeah, that's not a suit. I think that's his body.
Oh, fire! It look elite. I got tapped into Ultraman, one of the OGs. Then
Bro, you ain't never tapping into no fucking
ain't tapping
Ultraman.
into
Stop.
shit,
Stop.
bro.
No,
Stop the cap. Stop
things
the
like
cap.
this is what I like to tap into. Like I remember I tried to read One Piece. Naruto is one of the OG things I want to tap into, and I finally got to it. Like things that have like a solid track record of being successful. I usually think it's a reason for it. So like,
Yeah,
I might tap it.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll ask him next spot. But yeah, so next topic is, and last topic is, Hulu is to stream Boruto. I don't know what this other thing is. Go Laser Ranger. Sorry for being an uncultured swine. I don't know what that is.
Loser Ranger.
Animes. Go Loser Ranger. I thought it was Laser. Oh, it does say Loser. Go Loser Ranger. Animes English dub in June. Hulu is listing the English dub of Boruto Naruto's Next Generation's animes premieres on June 1st, and the Go Loser Ranger anime's English dub series premieres on June 23rd. The Boruto Naruto Next Generation television anime premiered in Japan on TV Tokyo April 2007. The anime's part 1 ended with its 293rd episode in March 2023, and part 2 of the anime has been in being greenlit. So we begin part 2 on Hulu, the dub. If people, care about dub or sub, I do, because I don't like watching sub. No offense.
I'm not gonna respect it. What?
That's
I'm not
not
sure what they're. Oh, part 2. So they're just doing like the what they call the prophecy
Full
arc.
and
I
shit,
mean,
yeah.
that's probably it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's good news. At least it's coming back. I am I wanted to start Go Loser Ranger. I'm a big Power Rangers fan and Super Sentai fan. More Power Rangers fan, but so that was a series I wanted to start, but I was kind of waiting for the dub, so that's good news for me. More so than anything. But yeah, I rock with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna check it out because, like I said, I'm not really sub fan, but I watched it all in sub already. But to hear it in dub is all right. I mean, it's kind of weird because I hear Boruto's voice in dub and I can't get jiggy with it. I don't know.
Where's
I don't
my
know.
dad?
Yeah,
Where's my
like
dad?
it's just, like his voice is just annoying in the dub. The sub is like I can deal with the sub. The dub is just ugh.
In your
I think
world,
you
Dad.
can get used to it. You can for sure get used to it, partner. You get
They
used to it.
dubbed the crying scene in the Land of Wave, not the Land of Wave arc. My bad. The one
We know
with
what
the
you're talking
pirates.
about. We know
Yeah,
what
that
you're
one. They dubbed that, and I watched it. I was like, ugh.
Have you heard heard Ishiki's dub voice?
No, I haven't. How does it sound? Is it
Not bad.
devious?
It's not bad. I heard some parts of it where it's like, bro, what are they doing? This is awful. But for the most part, it sounds pretty solid, I think.
Yeah, I want to check
To
it
be
out.
honest,
'Cause did they dub Ashiki? You said Ashiki, or you talking about Jigen?
Ishiki. Jigen's voice sounds pretty solid
Ashiki.
too.
Okay, so they already did the Baryon mode and everything. They dubbed that and shit and everything.
Yeah, that's done.
Oh, okay. Was that at least decent or no? I didn't watch that and dub.
It was fine. It was fine. I didn't really see too many problems with it. It's a bit jarring when you go from like the sub to the dub always, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
yeah. To be honest, I feel like that's where like a lot of the dub hate comes from. It's just like something unfamiliar where it's like you listen to something in sub so long and then you just hear the dub. It's like it's just jarring. Whereas like I feel like people who started watching Naruto in dub, I think that's a lot more natural to them because like that's what they started with. Like for example, people always have the legendary quote unquote dub voice like Pain, Madara. People like those voices because like that's what they heard first. I feel like if they probably heard it a little bit later, they probably still hate that too.
I suppose I just like maybe like for my example it'd be like going from when Dragon Ball Super came out, because there were like when I first started watching Dragon Ball, it was already like out before I was born, like in the fucking 80s. So it was reruns. I didn't have like any issues finding what I needed. I mean, obviously it was coming out weekly, whatever. But for the new wave of Dragon Ball for its return, like we were watching it with the world, which was pretty fun. But it was very jarring for me going from like my whole life hearing Goku's voice, even like the Ocean's dub. I like the Ocean's dub voice too. And then going from that to, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this, bro? So that took me a little while. And then also like the music change and stuff was a little jarring, but yeah, no, I mean it's fine. You just gotta be open to adjustments and adapt to new stuff.
Yeah, I had the privilege of watching Dragon Ball for the first time in Japanese, so I didn't know what the hell they were saying. I just thought all the lights and flashes and shit was cool. Mind you, I was like 4, so.
Oh yeah. I was about to ask, were there no subs? You couldn't even read subs or subs.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't even be able to read them. But no, there were no subtitles if I can remember correctly.
I remember my friend he was telling us all about the Boo arc before it ever came out in America. He's like, yeah, bro, you got Major Boo, and he goes up against.
I remember you talk about that.
Trunks, go up against Trunk. I was like, Trunk, I want Trunk. And then we thought Goten was Gotenks. My friend called Gotenks. It was funny.
I remember you was talking about that.
Yeah, that boy Major Boo. That was our guy, bro. I was expecting like the fucking war general to come out with some fucking fatigues or some shit, some camo.
What the fuck? You ain't show you a picture? Oh wait, we ain't have.
Nah, he was just talking like, yeah, he was just shooting the shit. Yeah, Major. I remember we were in my aunt's parking lot driveway. We were in our house. I remember that day like it was yesterday. But yeah, interesting news. What do you guys
that's it for the news.
What do you guys think about I was trying to think of something that wasn't Boruto, but it couldn't come to me quick enough. But what do you guys think about the chapter? Have we spoken about the official chapter?
No, that's what today's podcast is supposed to be about. There's definitely chapter reviews. I don't know what happened to Kidomaki. He said he having issues with his audio. So
yeah, it's the duck. It's the duck. It strikes again.
The duck strikes again. Mind you guys, MELLO doesn't like this app we're using, StreamYard. That's why he calls it the duck.
Nobody likes StreamYard, bro. Nobody, bro.
StreamYard was snazzy for me.
Say the Kidomaki. It is up, bar.
No, I was about to say, so it's a couple of things that the official translations did kind of make clear. First things first, the person's name is actually Kurama. I know in the official unofficial translations there were like a couple names floating around, but yeah, this is Kurama. This is the Kurama from before.
What names was floating around?
I forgot. I gotta go check.
I heard Eduardo. That's all.
What? Eduardo?
People are so corny, bro. Oh my god.
Nah, I forgot, but it was a couple names floating around. Also, Kurama, when he talks about how his chakra had a higher affinity for Himawari, it was in the unofficial. Some people kind of made it seem like she probably had more chakra than all of her predecessors, but I think it's just the affinity. He was basically talking about, hey, she has like a higher affinity for his chakra. Yeah, a better match. So to be honest, I think that just means that Himawari is going to have a lot more potent chakra. Probably not the chakra reserves, but still going to be crazy. And what else was different? I forgot.
They didn't really like in at least the leaks that we did when we did on the pod, they didn't really get into the dialogue as far as like Konohamaru talking about why are they after Hima, things of that nature. What else? We didn't see your boy Kawaki actually being concerned about Himawari as well when he got the news relayed to him that they was going after Himawari and shit. So I mean, we ain't getting much from Konohamaru. I mean, not Konohamaru. Oh boy, but him flying away. But that still gives you some details that he actually still cares about Himawari. So that was a detail that was missed in the leaks.
Facts. And yeah, to be honest, I want to see exactly how that relationship does like manifest in the future. Like hypothetically, if Himawari does become stronger than Kawaki, like how does that go?
Hypothetically, I'm just playing.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee.
So in the next chapter, she put the pause on Jura. Is it a guarantee then?
I don't think she's gonna put the pause on Jura. But
I'm
of
just,
course,
I'm just saying if she does.
No,
I
but
said
if she does, it obviously with new information, we gotta change our positions. You see what I'm saying? But I don't think that's gonna be the case.
I'm just saying, like, if she does, do you think that are you putting her above Kawaki or below Kawaki? If she put the pause on Jura?
Absolutely. With new information, I gotta change my opinion. I'm not just gonna stay stagnant in the face of her just wailing on Jura. Like, no. Yeah, 1000% she'd be strong. But I don't think that'll be the case. Like before we
So you think she's just gonna get one shot at? We just gonna get this cliffhanger, and then she just gonna go into this mode Kurama and get one shot at like Kawaki. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm just saying.
No, I see what you mean. Before we even seen like Himawari turn into like or have the turn up moment, we had the question like, hey, if Himawari were to have a turn up moment, what would be the outcome? I think the outcome, same thing as that time. She just tried to escape, get everybody else in a safe spot, probably get away from Jura, and then that'll pretty much be it. I don't necessarily think she's gonna go blow for blow with Jura because Himawari still got a lot of ways to go. And again, if we think this Jura is as strong as we think he is, like, or that's at least as strong as I think he is, might be up there, of course, surpassing Jigen, well surpassing Jigen. This would be like the base for Himawari. Me and Mello, we were on his live. We were talking about Sarada. Like it's kind of similar to her, where whatever Sarada's showing right now, like Dodge and Hidari, like that's the base. Right now, Himawari's base is going to be this. So she's like boxing with Jura just in her base. Like imagine when she gets the cloak on top of the Nine Tails. Imagine when she gets KCM 1. Imagine when she turns on the Byakugan. Imagine when she gets KCM 2. Then add Sage mode. Like next thing you know, she gets a Byakugo seal. Like so, this is just the base. So if she's boxing with Jura and just the base, like no, we can't have that. We can't have that. Come on, bro.
I mean, we got Sarada who boxed with Hidari in base. Well, no, she had a Sharingan on, but still. And that was another thing that was different too, as well. Like we didn't get the dialogue between Sarada and Hidari as well. Like, I would assume that Sarada would be able to sense her father's chakra like everybody else can, but she seems jarred, like she don't know who that person is.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I think she's kind of looking where it's like she senses his chakra, but it doesn't look like Sasuke at all. Because I remember earlier in the chapter, I believe somebody came face to face with Hidari. Yeah, Konohamaru, and Konohamaru couldn't recognize Sasuke. You see what I'm saying? He was like, "Who is this?"
It's Konohamaru though. I'm just playing.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair. Sakura would be able to sense Sasuke's chakra a little bit better, but I think it's just like it seems like a fake Sasuke to her. And if it's like a fake Sasuke, she'd still be like, well, what is this? Like, who is this?
Right. Nah, I hear you. Do you guys think it was a missed opportunity really with seeing Konohamaru probably go head to head with Sasuke rather than Sarada? Maybe Sarada showed up at the end to save the day or add assistance.
Yo, to be honest, bro, I'm actually happy that it ain't go down like that, man. Konohamaru might have been on a t-shirt as we speak, man. He might have gotten packed up. With these Shinju, they're giving me like a sense of their power. Again, Jura essentially like destroyed Kawaki, and then Jura didn't play with what's his name, Inojin at all. So these guys might be ruthless. So like they might be trying to like keep that mystique about them, and him just like boxing with Konohamaru, not really killing them, could possibly damage some of that aura.
What about you, Mello?
My bad, I was watching this UFC weigh-in.
This guy.
God damn, she's slapping her ass and everything. Is this a girl named Ellie Brooke versus Faith something? It's a year ago. I'm just, I saw the thumbnail. She was slapping her ass. I'm like, I gotta click,
Nevertheless, that's so crazy. All right,
but they used to it by now, man. This is what they tune in for, bro. We talk about Boruto all the time. Yes, I agree with everything you guys said. 100%.
You wasn't even paying attention. You was watching old girl slap her ass. What you capping for?
Yeah, it's facts. Was it a missed opportunity to not have Konohamaru and Sasuke have like a confrontation and have Sarada like jump in or something like that?
Oh, okay. Bad. Was it a
To be
missed
honest,
opportunity? Sorry.
No, I was about to say I just winged that question. I forgot the actual question. I think that was
No, you asked it right.
all right.
Okay, that works. That works either way. Yeah, I missed opportunity. I suppose so. I mean, I would have liked to see Kawaki. I would have liked to seen Konohamaru get busy on this little clone, this little baby Sasuke clone. Okay, put him on a shirt. I would not have mind that at all. So I think that maybe they should have gotten a little something before Sarada popped up. I think that would have been interesting, but it might have been like a little disrespectful to bit Konohamaru if he's like starts a fight but then like leaves because Sarada turns up. It almost makes it like, oh, he's irrelevant now. So I suppose in the grand scheme of things, that's fine. I'll also be interested like a Shinju going after another Shinju's target. That might be a no-no. So I feel like from a fan perspective, maybe I would have liked to see like a little bit of a scuffle. But ultimately, I think it's fine. That's Mitsuari's target, and probably should save that for her character and Konohamaru's interactions with her. So yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, the only reason why I asked is it seemed like it's kind of moving a little bit fast paced. Like they're finding their targets quite quickly, and he wasn't necessarily even searching for her at the time when they came. Like he wasn't like on a hunt for Sarada. He was just sitting there, and Jura flew away. So, like, that's why I said, like, it wasn't a missed opportunity. Like, we could have had Konohamaru battle out and then probably Sarada since something was happening and joined in the battle with Konohamaru. Maybe Konohamaru's, be able to swap fists with him for a little bit. Obviously get his ass kicked eventually. You'll never know. Just swap fists a little bit. Like, just maybe a little couple kunais thrown, miss. He go through a belt, choke him out, die. No, I'm just playing.
nah, bro, that's crazy.
But it's been 3 years. You'll never know like what level these characters are on.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Konohamaru, advanced a little bit. Like these are supposed to be his students, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see students completely surpass you. Sorry.
But like Konohamaru is very powerful as a shinobi. It's just like there's a bunch of god tier people popping out the woodwork.
Yeah.
But and as far as like his students, like they have like Kekkei Genkai. Like this is like Sasuke Uchiha's kid. Like it's like now like Lord Seventh's kid. Like this fucking kid has like the Hyuga DNA freaking Otsutsuki shenanigans, and then you got like Mitsuki who has like Orochi Sanin's kid. Like,
but if you go back to like Naruto,
DNA.
But if you go back to like back into Naruto though, like Konohamaru, like he said his rival was Naruto, and Naruto had all these special shit that put him above everybody else, and he still strived to be stronger than Naruto. So if he still has that drive that I'm talking about back in part like in Naruto when he's called him his rival and stuff like that.
No, I'm saying when did he call him his rival?
He called him his rival a couple times in Naruto.
No, but when specifically, like
I can't give you I can't. You said
no,
what?
listen, wait. Listen to what I'm saying. Around what time?
Because that's important, I know right? At the beginning of the Naruto, he called him his rival, and in Shippuden.
I don't think he called him that in Shippuden at all.
I think he did.
I think the last time was in the pain arc.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he did. I mean, chat, that everybody's listening. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, my point was to that, like, if he still has that drive, no matter, who he's trying to surpass, whatever special abilities or Kekkei Genkai they have, he will still strive to train and get stronger. But that's just my opinion.
I don't deny that he's going to try to train and get stronger. And to the Naruto point, just really quickly, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because when he says it, like, "Oh, you're my rival, I'm going to surpass you," it's like when Naruto, like in part 1, he might have like said it, and "Hey, I'm Konohamaru Saratobi, you will remember me," when he's talking to Pain or whatever. But he more looked like he looked up to Naruto in a kind of different way in Shippuden, especially when Naruto became like the hero of the Leaf. More so than in part 1, he still looked up to him, like called him big brother and stuff, but he was a little bit more like rambunctious with his like declarations of being a rival. So that's what I'm saying. Like when he's saying it in earnest, like initially is like a Naruto that doesn't have all this extra shit, and nobody knows about like the Nine Tails really, outside of, like the elders. So it's just like Naruto is not the son of the fourth Hokage. He's not the Nine Tails Jinchuriki to him, to Konohamaru, like the kids. He's just like this like kind of loser, but he's kind of like very passionate. He's like very cool in a sense for his determination, and he has like a few cool jutsu. But that's kind of it. So like it's not like Jesus Naruto is my point, that Konohamaru is trying to rival. And then in Boruto, he just has pure reverence for Naruto. It's not even like, oh, he's my rival. It's like, oh, that's the Hokage. That's a Lord Hokage at that. He put some respect on his name. So it's just like a different vibe as time goes on. It's my only point. And as far as like his students,
Jesus and Naruto.
I mean, he pretty much became the fucking Jesus. As far as like the students, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to continue to train because he does want to become Hokage, and I think there's a reason why he's the Hokage's advisor in Boruto TBV post time skip, and there's a reason why he is a target of one of the main antagonists in the time skip, because I think Kishimoto loves him from Konohamaru, and I think he's going to pay that back. And I think at some point he will become a Hokage. So yeah, I do think he's training, and I do think he's like a very powerful shinobi. He might not be like a powerful person to fight aliens and shit, but he's a very powerful ninja in his like in his role. And yeah, so like but it's not out of the realm of possibility. You have like a character like Sarada who we don't really know too much, but like she's training. You can assume training and getting like amps via her genetics over the course of 3 years, and she's like scaling to Hidari. Right, like so, and then you have like Mitsuki who can like cancel out attacks from Boruto, who's packing up code, and then code's stated to be stronger than Jigen. Then you have like Kawaki who has like Otsutsuki powers, and Boruto who has Otsutsuki powers. If you want to throw Kawaki into Team 7, so like yeah, like it's not out of the realm of possibility that these like fucking demigod children are like rivaling him or like surpassing him in some kind of sense. It's not.
No, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just saying I think that he would strive to at least get stronger so he could rival them. Like you gotta think that they just didn't have him fight Jura because it was saving him for old girl with who MELLO claims has a nice butt, but I don't see it.
Number one, yes, and number two, I would be interested, like take fights that Konohamaru has like 1v1, because most of them he's nerfed, and I think that's done for a reason. But fights where Konohamaru has 1v1 ones, particularly in the anime, and substitute any of his team like Kid Mitsuki, Kid Boruto, and Kid Sarada, and see how well do you think they do? Like when they're like fighting like Jugo 1v1. Like is Sarada getting busy on like Berserk Rage Amp Killer and Jugo?
Boruto did activate against Owl. I don't know.
Konohamaru never fought Owl 1v1. He was fighting the team dynamic, and then Owl would have won that fight.
I don't know if it was a team. I don't know if it was a team dynamic. Well, with Boruto, yeah, I'm sure. But in that fight, Boruto clearly seemed better than Konohamaru.
I mean, if he's fighting the team dynamic. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, in which I'm confused. What do you mean by team dynamic?
There was obviously a strategy that they implemented, and he was playing his role within the strategy.
Yeah, but I'm talking after that. Boruto, he pretty much had to ISO with Owl, right? When he had like the drones floating around and preventing anybody to help. Boruto pretty much gave Owl to work.
He didn't give Owl any work. Owl would have killed that kid. What are you talking about? And the only that wasn't a 1v1 fight really. Like the only there was Konohamaru in particular was spamming fire style jutsu because Owl had stolen like some scientific ninja tech to absorb jutsu. So he's like spamming out chakra and like so that we could create an opening for Boruto.
Yeah, that was earlier. There was like multiple separate, like there was multiple parts of the fight. That was like early when they tried to.
He's talking about the end fight when Al was using those drones. And he was like hopping off of them.
I know what he's talking about. That is one singular engagement.
Yeah, I'm saying in that engagement, it seemed that Boruto was better than Konohamaru, because I don't think Konohamaru would have been able to have that 1v1 engagement.
What makes you think Konohamaru wouldn't be able to do what Boruto did in that instance? All Boruto did was like jump up and throw some shuriken and then throw a water style.
No. He did a
Konohamaru
lot.
shuriken
He
game
did a
ain't
lot.
no.
No, Boruto did a lot, but Konohamaru, he was there like with his teammate, and he didn't really like try to fight Ao 1v1. And
Because
his teammate
he was
dying.
playing into the team. I don't know what
No,
to tell you, bro.
I'm talking about early. No, I'm talking about early. There's like multiple parts of this. Like, so like there was like multiple episodes. The first one when Mujina, we found him and he was pretty much dying, and then Ao essentially walked into the cave, and that's when Mujina had to like sacrifice himself. Or Mujino, he had to sacrifice himself so that Team 7 could escape. Like Mujino wouldn't have to sacrifice himself.
I think your audio's fucking up. It's just on my end though, maybe.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're talking on his armpit.
Oh my bad, damn. But earlier, a little bit earlier, there was like a cave scene where Mujino was dying, and in that scene, Ao kind of confronted Team 7 alongside Mujino. And
Can I ask you a question? Is Ao stronger than like Boruto era Berserk Jugo? Like, who do you think is stronger? Just given like their feats from Shippuden and like in Boruto. Because like I'm not like cause I have like a 1v1 fight with a character I think is stronger than Ao because he like fights like the Raikage at bare minimum in Shippuden.
Wasn't Ao the dude? Correct me if I'm. Oh no, he was in a sensory unit with Konohamaru's dad, right?
Yeah, I'd go Jugo.
Never mind. I'm thinking he was the bubble guy. Never mind.
No, he was
rubber guy. I mean.
He was an advisor to the Mizukage. But he didn't like have any like major 1v1 fights. Like he saw Shisui and ran. He's like, yo, Shisui, oh shit, let's like we gotta go, bro. Run on site. But yeah, I do agree. I think Jugo's stronger. So like I'm not interested in like
but the Konohamaru fight with Jugo, it wasn't like an actual 1v1. Like Jugo, he stopped fighting. He stopped fighting after he found out what he was doing.
Wait, no, hold on. I don't agree with the last part you said. So I do agree. Like there was a team dynamic. I actually watched this fight the other day on stream. We were talking about this very thing. Like Boruto, Sarada. I don't even know where the fuck Mitsuki was. He was doing some shit. Throwing some shuriken or some shit off screen. But none of them like they were getting like blitzed and shit. Like Konohamaru came in at a like off screen, got in front of like Boruto and Sarada, blocked like the attack. Jugo's like raid, blah blah blah. Like that fight clearly puts Konohamaru Kage low, like easily. And no, it's not like okay, please give your because every time I say this, it's like I'm like, bro, what I don't, bro, what, like
because I think there's a leap. It's definitely possible if you want to highball Konohamaru, you could put him up there.
I'm not highballing him, bro. Like he's fighting against Boruto era Jugo. He's bigger, swoller, physical energy equates to more chakra, and then like the natural progression of time. He may have not gained any knowledge. Who fucking knows? But like most people, typically, I think it's reasonable to assume that over time people gain knowledge. That's more mental energy, more chakra. So I think Boruto era Jugo is a plus over Shippuden era Jugo. I think that. So in Shippuden era Jugo is boxing with the Raikage, reacting to his strikes and his speed and tanking his hits.
Yeah, but again, that Jugo had a completely different motivation than the Jugo that Konohamaru fought.
That's not true. Like
it is Jugo.
I'm sorry. In the sense that he was trying to protect people, that's fine. But like when he goes berserk, it's on demon time. Like it's like even Suigetsu was like, "Yo, I hope he remembers like we're his allies and he doesn't attack us. He just wants to slaughter them." He literally said, "I pulled this up yesterday on stream. We read the manga.
Yeah, Jugo different."
Like he goes berserker mode, he literally said, "I'm going to slaughter you." In the Boruto series, he's in berserker mode. And he literally says, "I'm going to kill you guys multiple times." He's like laughing and cracking up about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, but I think you're taking like the first encounter as like that's full Jugo. That's all Jugo. Like Jugo, once he came back to his mind, like hypothetically, he had the same motivation as when he was fighting the Raikage. He'd have went back at Konohamaru. The fight wasn't over. He still had his curse mark partially activated. The fight wasn't completely over.
I don't need. I'm not trying to say that Konohamaru can beat Jugo. I'm saying that he can match a berserk going like murderous intent Jugo in his berserker state like basically a Sage transformation user via his Kekkei Genkai, because that's he gets his body augmentation. It's a Kekkei Genkai. I'm saying Konohamaru is like reacting to his reaction speed, his movement speed, his striking speed, his offensive potency, his durability. It all scales to this character who I think is stronger via the reasons I've provided in the Boruto era over his Shippuden counterpart, that being Jugo, the same Jugo in Shippuden who's reacting to the movement speed of the Raikage with his lightning cloak stage 1. That's what I'm saying. So regardless of if Konohamaru beats Jugo, that's irrelevant to me. I'm just trying to get him. I'm trying to prove in his like raw movement speed, his reaction speed, his durability, his offensive pull, blah blah blah. He's Kage level. That's it.
Oh, okay, I can get there. So, like, for hypothetical, like a Rock Lee when he was a Chunin, he'd have like Kage level speed.
Can you give me like an example? I might agree or
like
disagree.
Rock Lee when he'd enter gates, he'd basically have Kage level speed, Kage level taijutsu, even though he was still a Chunin.
I think rank is kind of irrelevant. I think like I was gonna say Shino. Shinki, Gaara's kid. I would say Shinki is Kage level during the first tuning exams in the Boruto era. Yes. Because I think there's like a statement from like the movie novelization or whatever, where like Sarada and because like Academy Boruto is like per Kakashi already tuning level. So when they become like Genin, there's like a passage of time that occurs there because the Academy stuff is like an adaptation or whatever. When Sarada and Boruto fight, they're like Jonin level, like together. So they're probably a little bit higher than that, but like high Jonin level, I would imagine. When they fight together. And then they get low diffed by Shinki. It's not even a competition. Like they fighting together, they get low diff. Boruto has to like cheat just to do anything. He has to use like Kakashi, a Kage jutsu, just to even do anything from his scientific ninja tech. So yeah, like I think this is the reason why I say Chocho is Kage level in terms of her power, but like not in terms of her experience or her wisdom. And the same thing for Shinki. I don't think he's like Kage level in terms of his experience and wisdom, but Gaara literally said, I taught him everything I know. Like, yeah. He's like scaling to like Otsutsuki and shit, that being Shinki. Like speed blitzing in Otsutsuki, where like his father, Gaara, in the desert, and like Sasuke with his full power Rinnegan 6 paths, didn't even put like a scratch on Urashiki.
I see where you're coming from. But I don't know. I got Konohamaru got to prove something to me, man. I think Konohamaru 1000% has Kage level traits. Like for again, me personally, I think that Rock Lee could keep up with a bunch of Kages speed wise. I think he has Kage level traits, but I don't know if I just say, hey, he's Kage level because he can keep up with some people. Like I'd need to see him have like a fight to like completion. Like Shinki, we've seen him fight to completion. We've seen him actually beat other characters that would kind of put him there. Konohamaru hasn't really caught that much solid W's that we could just say, hey, he's Kage.
But look at who he's fighting though. Like
that's true.
Like he's fighting Koji, he's fighting Jigen, he's fighting Victor with one arm, and Victor I would say is Kage level too. Like all these characters, like he's always more often than not he's handicapped.
Mm-hmm.
And like his back, like he's clashing, like canceling out Rasengans with Kashi and Koji, following, like I said, he's playing into the team dynamic versus Ao, where he's spamming jutsu to where he's literally like huffing and puffing and shit. He's like exhausted, like, and then he's still able to like go up against Koji for a brief period of time, and he's like the only one that escaped like Koji's little sealing jutsu. Like Konohamaru is fucking nasty, bro. It's just that if you compare him to like the gods of the verse or like the tippy top tier, then it becomes like, oh well, fuck, you know, like yeah, like he's a powerful fucking combatant for sure.
I see what you mean. No, I get it. I don't know. I could agree with that. I could agree with that. The reason why I wouldn't necessarily go so hard is because of the level of competition. Like he hasn't necessarily gotten a chance to really prove it. So I could understand that. Well, I did want to ask like for Sarada's power level because you know she jumped over a few people. So I just want to get your opinions about this. All right, so I guess this is regular now. She surpassed Killer Bee, right? This is like the low end of what I'm about to ask.
Yes,
she surpassed.
Yes,
Alright.
she surpassed Killer Bee.
Has she surpassed Mangekyo Sharingan Madara?
Mangekyo, what's EMS? Yeah, I would say
when he
so.
fought against Naruto.
Yeah.
All right. Has he surpassed Jubi Madara with one Rinnegan? Or she, sorry.
I think I don't want to answer that one.
All right, Freegan, what you think? What you think, Freegan?
Is she stronger than who?
She ain't winning. I don't think she's winning that fight.
That's true. Is she stronger than Jubi Madara with one Rinnegan? All right, so I think that's
I'll say there's a difference between being like stronger and actually winning. I just want to make that distinction because I don't know what she does against limbo clones or like infinite Tsukuyomi or or how she like gets past his like prodigious healing factor. I mean, I guess you can say like her offensive potency is scaling beyond like Jura's durability, and I know we disagree on this, but if Jura's like canceling out jutsu with the board, bro, you all right, bro?
Bro, it was a bottle.
If Jura's canceling out jutsu between him and like Boruto and their clash, and like what you output, like you should be able to like endure. Although jutsu gets a little interesting because it upscales via shape and element transformation. But aside from like the complicated mechanics of it, so she could have like speed blitz Madara and then like tag him with Chidori, and then like her Chidori offensive potency is scaling high enough to like just kill him outright. Maybe she just does it multiple times, like a blitz or some shit. Who knows? But that would be like one condition. But I can't imagine her winning that fight. It's so weird.
I don't think she could either. There's too many dynamics and like too many hacks that he has that she'll have to overcome, and she don't even have the Rinnegan or anything like that to be able to see the limbo clones. So
it's not Dragon Ball where like character, it's just like a power fest. Like there's like other aspects to take into consideration. I do think she's like probably more powerful just based off the depiction.
I'm gonna flatten out like this level of power.
I think she'll be able to like compete for a while, like as far as like speed and endurance and stuff like that. But as far as like winning, maybe not.
I don't even think like. Sorry, Bar. I know you're trying to, but like I think just based off chapter 10, if all the scaling checks out, like I'm not, because people get all up in arms. I'm not trying to make no definitive statements. I don't care, but just say everything, all my scaling checked out that people know about. She would be dominating the fight. Like she would, it would be like I'm trying to. I don't know. I was thinking like Broly versus like Vegeta when he went Super Saiyan, where like Bro was just like standing there and like he hit him with the backhand. Like she would be dominating the fight based upon her like speed, reaction time, offensive potency, durability. The problem is, I think all Madara has to really do is probably like sneak her with a limbo clone. Like I don't even think her. Like I feel like unless she finished the fight before he like his healing really. I think his healing is a really good like defensive thing to keep him in. But if she can scale beyond that healing, he's probably fucked. I don't think he's fast enough to get infinite Tsukuyomi off. But the limbo clones are fucking. That's a hack thing.
Or what if it's like some Dragon Ball Z shit? Like if you're just stronger than the limbo clone, say she like tries to hit him with a Chidori, and he put a limbo clone in between them while she's trying to strike, and she just completely like just shatters through the shit.
Well, when I say I think possible because like her mom made contact with him without 6 pass power, but I think more so like when she's, because there's moments people think like just because you're in a battle that means you're always on guard, because there's moments where like your opponent's down and you're not necessarily on guard. You can kind of see that with like Naruto and Sasuke, I think, where Sasuke is about to launch an attack on Shin Uchiha with his sword, but and Naruto has like a defensive like Kurama head, chakra head around them to protect the kids. But he still gets stabbed with the sword. So like that's an example of him being, because obviously like the sword itself not scaling beyond like his durability. It just moves. But nevertheless it stabs him. So this would be like an idea or like maybe a type of example where like Naruto's in battle, but he's not like on guard to where like, his durability gets surpassed by a mere sword. So I think Sarada can like dominate the fight, given if the scaling checks out in chapter 10 of TBV, but then still get off guarded, like stabbed through like the spine or something with like a rod from a limbo clone and just bleed out.
Y'all think we're gonna see more in the next chapter of like Sarada versus Jura?
You mean Hidari?
Hidari, sorry. I always get their names
Yeah,
mixed up. Hidari.
yeah,
I'm
I
just gonna
think
say
so.
Sasuke from here on, just to let you
Yeah,
guys know.
we could.
It's
Yeah, we
easier.
could. Yeah. Also
Yeah.
better for clickbait as well. That's me.
But I do want to say, I know it feels weird. Get it? Like it feels strange to skill starter like God tier above like Shippuden characters.
She's up there. Yeah, that's why I'm asking it. I was going to name like a lot of the popular Naruto Shippuden characters to like make it clear, like, yo, she had that jump, bro. She had a crazy jump. I was
What
gonna
about
flatten
Pain?
out.
What about Pain?
Oh, she fucking Pain up. Oh hell no.
I
Yo,
Do
don't
you
know.
Pain
Pain the
getting,
boss?
no, Pain getting body like it's just a bro. If you mention
I don't
any
know.
character below 6 path levels of power, it's just a different tier. Like
All right,
it's
so
insane.
8 Gates my guy. That was the next character I was gonna have to like flatten out the hacks.
She
8
beating,
Gates my
bro.
guy.
She beating,
She
bro.
beating him.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But you just gotta listen to what I'm telling you, bro. In power, just given if all the scaling checks out, in power, her physical movement speed, AP, durability, blah blah. She's on all these dudes, but can she win? I'm not sure. Like I don't know. It's not just
We gotta
about
see the
power.
hacks.
It's about matchups and shit. So I'm saying like no matter who you mention, if they're below like 6 past tiers of power, like I think 8 Gates guy would lose if Madara's like not fucking around. But he's somewhere like just below that tier of power. But like I think you're about to say what Hashirama? Yeah, Hashirama gets body.
What?
Yes, if it's just like
That's
her, if it's
crazy.
just a stats to stat thing. But again, I think Hashirama has like certain abilities that might make up for it. And I'm not even talking about like Mangekyo Sarada. Like it's fucking insane. If the scaling checks out.
Facts. This is the crazy part. All right, the last one, and this right here. Well, I guess I got two more, and this right here does kind of go towards like just the strength and stuff like that. Kinshiki.
Kinshiki, who that brother? That's that fat boy.
Yeah, all we really seen him do is like morph like the swords and stuff like that.
Oh, Kenny. Yeah, she's bodying Kenny.
Yo.
Wait, so basically, so to me, I scale her to like Boruto. I know you disagree with me, bro. We went over the whole thing. We don't have to go over that. Please, God, we don't have to go over that again. But yeah, but
Please, God.
so basically, anyone below Jigen, she's bodying in terms of her stats, just based off 2 panels, maybe 3. That's it.
What panel?
Yeah, well, I guess I saw. I answered my next question.
Huh?
What panels? These recent chapters or
When Hidari like tries to sneak attack and off guard her, and he's already mid launch, and then before she even like sees him, he's already launching an attack. And then she triggers her Sharingan and then dodges it, and then activates her Chidori and then tags him and then puts him on his ass. Like those chapters instantly catapult her to like
panels. Okay. Do y'all think this Hidari is like just like regular Sasuke, no Rinnegan level, or is he surpassed that?
To be honest, it makes sense to think that Sasuke has, or this Hidari has surpassed the previous Sasuke just because of the power increase.
Rinnegan Sasuke?
Yeah. It just makes sense. It makes sense. Like Bug went from, again, we haven't really seen him box, but he was pretty much shaking in his boots when Damon came around the corner, shaking in his boots when a bunch of the henchmen came around the corner. So like he was scared of a lot of people, and all of a sudden he's like blitzing Boruto. So like it just makes sense that hey, Sasuke would also get that power up. But again, none of this is really confirmed, so we just assuming. But like in the next chapter, we find out that Sasuke is stronger than, or Hidari is stronger than Sasuke. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I'd have expected it.
Yeah, I kind of I can't prove this, and I'm not even gonna attempt to, but I kind of suspect that like during the time skip, like the Sasuke that fought Code, I think I'm just guessing, okay. I think that Sasuke is probably stronger than his Rinnegan counterpart. Like end of Boruto plus 1 year of training with Boruto. Like, and then he's like scarring Code. Now, obviously, I would imagine he's fighting alongside Boruto or whatever. But like, if I go back in that panel, I don't even think they had like any indications of like fatigue or scars or like scratches on them. And like bro got fucked up. So like is he like stronger than Jigen? Like the Rinnegan's not siphoning all his chakra away or whatever. Like, can he like focus? Like the idea of Sasuke Uchiha not getting like a glow up in an entire year worth of training with like an Otsutsuki tiered student, like that's I can't imagine him not getting more powerful. I can't prove it. I'm not going to try to, but I think so.
This depends on when he died.
To me, that's not
Or
ridiculous.
not died or turned into a tree.
That's not when Sasuke had the Rinnegan. I understand Rinnegan usually adds its own chakra and it has its buffs and stuff like that. But functionally, Sasuke didn't necessarily use the Rinnegan a lot, except for the except for
we know what you're saying. Teleport, the substitution teleportation.
Yeah,
and go through different dimensions.
Yeah,
but I feel like that was a hindrance to him. Like I feel like the Rinnegan, for all of his benefits, it provided a lot of like downsides. I think.
Yeah,
because
double-edged sword.
In fact, every time we seen Sasuke come into a battle, he's pretty much memed to like death already. Like he has like half chakra. You feel me? Like he pretty much has no chakra reserves. So now him using up most of his chakra, like with non-Rinnegan jutsus, it just makes him that much more, let's say, plentiful in chakra that he could actually use. It kind of compared,
like you're saying, like if Sasuke was able to fight at 100% each time, like in his peak before you lost to Rinnegan, he would have been like way more successful in his endeavors. Pretty much, right?
If the Rinnegan wasn't providing like the nerfs or like negatives that we're talking about.
Yeah, as far as siphoning chakra and shit like that.
Yeah. So I kind of compare it to Kakashi, even though we haven't necessarily seen Kakashi fully fight, even though he did throw some hands with Kakashi. I still think Kakashi is probably going to talk about that later on. But we haven't Kakashi himself, supposedly, quote unquote, he surpassed his form with his Sharingan. Just because of, I won't say just because, but he gained a bunch of chakra, and of course he had some very good alternatives to some jutsus that he did use in the past. I thought with that he probably should have learned Flying Raijin or something like that. Even though that in itself takes up a lot of chakra, I thought he could find some alternatives and he could be on that level and have that boost that Kakashi got. Again, I fully know we got to see him fight. I put Kakashi at the same level as like Konohamaru in regards to like I got to see it to believe it. But on paper, he could have had that boost.
I want to make a correction. So I did up the chapter. There are visual indicators of fatigue and damage on Sasuke and Boruto, so I take that back. But I think that's probably a little bit more impressive as well, because it looks like they're able to at least endure battle with that tier of combatant, that being cold, and still like injure him and whatnot.
And his army, because he ain't come along.
Yeah. My only so I did take into consideration. Okay, the claw grams might have like damaged Sasuke, but like Chocho and Base is calling them weak. So I'm pretty sure like Sasuke and Boruto, with 1 year of training under Sasuke's tutelage, they're not really having problems with the claw grimes as much as they're having like those indicators of damage is most likely coming from Code himself, which would be an interesting way of scaling like Sasuke's like durability and whatnot. So I think that could be pretty compelling stuff.
Facts. The last person I did have for a Sakura comparison, well, I said Sakura, I pretty much gave it up. The Sarada beat Sakura in a 1v1 today.
Absolutely, bro. Everybody, she's yes, absolutely. No, wait. Sorry. I think she's stronger. I'm not sure if she beats. Like, because I'm really hesitant to say beat, because like it's just not that simple. And matchups make fights, especially in this verse. So yeah.
So hypothetically, if she just has the Chidori, you don't know if she completely wins that battle.
I personally think so. I would like to give Sarada like Sakura the Byakugo seal, like her at her apex, because I think that's what you would need to even deal with Sarada. Because Sarada just blitzes you and just like splits your throat at kunai. Like, given what we've seen and given like compared to like what we've seen from Sakura, at least in part 1 of Boruto, particularly Shin Uchiha is probably like the best thing you can use with her, or maybe even some training in the anime with Sarada. But yeah, so like there's like, oh, I blitz you, Chidori you. I don't even think she needs Chidori, honestly. I blitz you, punch you, and like take your heart out of your chest or some shit. Like, yeah, she could do that, I think.
I don't think she surpassed her mom. I don't think so. I like highly doubt it, because like it was said that Sarada was like not on the same level as
Sakura.
Sakura, not Sarada. Sorry, Sakura was on the level of like Naruto and Sasuke, not like as strong, but like she was getting there.
You know what's funny?
She has 100 healing seal and stuff like that. I don't think that Sarada's winning that battle.
Given the panels, Sarada would beat both Sasuke or scales above Sasuke, Rinnegan Sasuke, and also 6-pass Sage Mode Adult Naruto.
Just because Chidori didn't like just scratch the side of him.
If the scaling for
reacting
Hidari,
to him.
if the scaling for Hidari holds, yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. Because the scaling goes like Hidari relative to Boruto, given their clash. Boruto beats Code. I think Code's relative to Boruto, but you know he beats Code nevertheless. Code above Jigen, Jigen's sons Naruto and Sasuke, and then the scaling just goes downwards from there. You just work your way down. So yeah, just those 3 panels, Kishimoto just was fucking it. And then it's worse because there's no Byakugo seal, no Mangekyo, no lightning style amps for her speed. And she was literally about to get off guarded, and she just went from base to Sharingan and still dodged. It's fucking insane. It's really an insane feat.
I can't wait till they start showing Sakura more so we can rewind this.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think she's just sitting around just lollygagging.
If you go off of what's presented in the canon, then there's there's no reason to think Sakura is anywhere near.
But we haven't seen her release her 100 healing cells in Boruto at all. So,
I mean, if it's like they start from base, we already seen how fast Sarada can activate that fucking Sharingan. Bro is in mid attack. It's insane. So she would just like blitz her. I don't even think she needs Sharingan, honestly, but like she would blitz her and just kill her instantly before the Byakugo seal even activates.
True.
If the scaling checks out, you know.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I got Sarada above a lot of people, man. It's right here looking crazy. I do want to see exactly what her bag is looking like, because as Mello was saying, like we can't really necessarily say she beats a whole lot of people because we don't really know what's in her repertoire. But like if she pops out next chapter with like Amaterasu, throws on the Mangekyo Sharingan, and that right there takes her to a complete level, new level. She herself has like some unique abilities to her Mangekyo Sharingan that's like extreme hacks. Like if she starts breaking out some stuff like that, yeah, I think we could then start putting her above a lot of these guys definitively, like Madara, Jubito and Jubi, or I forgot the name of Jubi. I forgot the name of Jubi Madara together, but Jubi Madara. See, I think once she shows her repertoire, we could pretty much like close the book on a lot of Naruto Shippuden characters, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, I can't wait till next chapter." I'm like, well, you know, we live in the present, you know, we work with what we have to work with now. If there's new information that happens, I mean, look, to me, there's nothing you're going to change what she did. I mean, she did what she did, right? But like, I guess if you come up like Hidari's like, oh man, I shouldn't have held back that one strike. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Like something like that would be interesting, like new information. But time of recording, we work with the information we have. That's how life works. I don't think we can like live in the future. And then also like you're asking, okay, well, how is it that Sarada got here? Well, number one, that doesn't matter. We know that she is based upon what she did. But if you want to like kind of like work it that way, I put this up on my last stream. We went over like Tobirama's explanation of like the Uchiha, and how they gain like power through love and like through their emotions, and how the eye reflects the heart. And then you just take a look at like her era that she grew up in. She's like, I always say, you compare her to like an Itachi or Sasuke, they have a high pain threshold to where it takes more to affect them. And when they are affected, you don't get that much of a boost from their genetic pluses in the same way that Sarada does. She grew up in the era of peace, so she has a low pain threshold. So things are going to trigger her sooner and often, more so than them. And then when she does get triggered, she's going to get a bigger amp because she's so damn sensitive because of she grew up in an era of peace. So when she like people, she activates Mangekyo because like under this circumstance, like nobody died or whatever. Yeah, that's the reason why her pain threshold is low as fuck. She's the perfect blend of nature and nurture. Her genetics give her power based upon her emotions, and her environment makes her susceptible to emotions, be emotionally triggered often and at high levels. It's fucking insane writing. Like they literally
Mhm.
cultivated the perfect situation for the Uchiha bloodline to maximize its output. And then that's before training. That's just her maximizing her fucking Kekkei Genkai fucking Zenkai boosts via her emotions. And then they start off to Blue Vortex with her being sassy and emotional. So like you can imagine like she's been under these emotional conditions for 3 years, getting exponential amps. And then it's also when Boruto shows up, that's love. Tobirama's explanation, amp. Finds out about her father from Boruto, right? Loss of great love, amp, right? Hidari shows up. Who is this? My father's jutsu. Maybe that gets explained, whatever. Amp. Like it's just fucking insane, bro. She just has a great Kekkei Genkai.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
1000%.
yeah, and to go back to what you were saying, like I remember we was talking about this before. They altered the Uchiha tablet, so death wasn't really something that they needed to unlock their, manga, not their, their mangekyo. It was just like intense love or intense emotion or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And again, she's been getting like these small amps because she's so sensitive. Like, imagine when she starts getting the real amps. Like, imagine when she realizes that Inojin dies, or possibly dies. You never know, because they could give her the amp and then he just comes back alive. But and imagine when she finds out she's actually fighting against her dad, Sasuke, and she may actually have to kill Sasuke. Like stuff like those amps are my personal. Or let's say if Chocho dies in the future, her actual best friend, those amps are just going to be significantly more powerful or significantly better than the amps that the old Uchihas used to get when their best friends did actually die. So the Mangekyo Sharingan amp that Itachi got when Shisui essentially fell off that hill, that in itself could pretty much give Sarada the Rinnegan or something like that, like something crazy. I think
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's because the death of his best friend, that tragic way for him to awaken the Mangekyo. She just hears about what happens to a dude, doesn't even see it, and she's like, "Oh, Mangekyo," and like she awakens her Sharingan because she's sad her dad isn't around. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, I think for Sasuke, he awakened his Sharingan during the post Uchiha massacre when he's like talking to Itachi in like the alleyway or whatever.
yeah.
I think they kind of like, I don't know if it was a
And then
retcon.
Itachi kind of gave him the memories that he had.
Yeah,
Showed him everything that happened.
exactly. So it took all that just for Sasuke to get his Sharingan, albeit he's at a younger age. I don't know, compared to Sarada, I'm not sure the ages are the same. Probably somewhere around the same age. Academy students definitely though. So yeah, like it's super interesting. Like, and then also like you look at Itachi when he's a kid, he's like pondering life and death. He's like super like calm and cool and collected. He's like slicing adult men like in the neck. He's like in war with his father. That's my boy. Like this shit is insane, bro. And like you have I said this before. Sarada, her person she looks up to is in Naruto. And Naruto's very, very emotionally expressive. He doesn't hide that. And that's also a good thing for her. Because and when I said this before, when you see Sarada being stoic like Boruto or Sasuke or Itachi, when she's being like super non-expressive, that's going to be her pain threshold increasing. And then that's a bad thing. As long as she's like super like emotionally vulnerable, she's going to just be exponentially more powerful than any Uchiha that ever came before her. And I think you still see that she's very much like she runs to Boruto and hugs him, or she's like she's not stoic at all. She's very expressive. She's like blushing and shit. So that equals power for her. So yeah, that's good. I noticed one person you excluded from that list though. You already know. Come on, you know. Kawaki.
But I was saying Naruto characters. Characters. But okay. I don't think she's stronger than Kawaki. Just my personal opinion. I think Kawaki still probably gets her. Okay. It depends on what happens in the next chapter. Again, the same thing with the other thing that Freaking was asking me. With new information, you could. I don't really think it's going to necessarily change my opinion.
Mitsuki did better against Boruto than Kawaki, bro.
Because Kawaki was nerfed. We understand this. What are we doing here?
Nerfed how?
He didn't have his karma, and he just woke up from being passed out. Like, come
on. Number one, he's well rested. Okay, since when was well rested at nerf? And then number two,
he said he didn't say he was fully recovered. Like, we can't just say that.
Bro, you still okay? I'm gonna let you have that one, bro. You still trying to rock with that one? Okay.
He
I
literally
just thought,
said it right before the battle. If anything, the writers put that in there for a reason.
no, I'm pretty sure he said the opposite, bro. Like,
No, he said I haven't recovered yet. Or he says, or Delta was pressing him. He says, I'm almost recovered. Do it. Stop yelling at me. So he said something like that. But he pretty much made it clear that he wasn't 100%. I believe that right there was in there for a
That was
reason.
after he got
the Jura fight.
That was after the Jura fight.
For the
after
Boruto
he
fight,
got kicked.
Yeah, I have no problem saying Jura stronger than Kawaki. Well, at least right now, because we haven't really seen. No, matter of fact, we did see Kawaki go the Carmicil route, and he still got clapped. So yeah, 1000%. Yeah, Jura's stronger than him.
and he says, "Quit yapping in the ear. The damage is almost fully healed." So he's good, bro.
That's not he's good. It's almost fully healed. That's what it means. I think if Boruto pulls up on Kawaki Carmicil, if that was like a function, if Boruto didn't necessarily have the problem with his Carmicil, and his Carmicil just didn't necessarily like resonate with Kawaki's, I feel like if it was base Boruto versus Kawaki, the fight would have looked significantly different.
But it was base Boruto versus Kawaki.
I'm Kawaki in regards to Carmicil. Like if his Carmicil didn't resonate, if Boruto's Carmicil didn't resonate when Kawaki had his Carmicil on, Kawaki versus that Boruto, it would have been different.
You think so? Wait, so base Kawaki versus Sarada, who wins?
Right now, to be honest, I might have to go Sarada. I might have to.
Well, at least he's honest. Okay, respect. I was gonna say like you're trying to give him karma. She didn't even got Mangekyo, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking about Mangekyo Sharingan, like Sarada. Like she's doing this like matching Hidari already with just the 3 tomo. When she does have the Mangekyo Sharingan, yeah, 1000%. She could probably be stronger than a base Kawaki.
okay, I mean I think she's packing up Kawaki in general, but yeah. I've seen nothing from this dude that gets me. But
I think Kawaki packs up Jubidar. Well, that's his name, Jubidar. There you go,
bro. How? I mean, I can come up with scenarios. I think he could probably blitz him and then seal him in Daikoku and GG. Yeah. But he definitely not seeing the Limbo clones, bro. I don't have any evidence of that. And I don't know what he does against Infinite Tsukuyomi. I mean, I guess he can run. He can run away. But then it's like battlefield removal. Maybe that's a forfeit. I don't know.
No, that's true. The Genjutsu thing is interesting with Kawaki. Like, does the Carmicil make him immune to it or something like that? The Otsuki member or the Amato's daughter living inside his Carmicil, she'll like snap him out of it or slap him out of the Genjutsu like a tail beast would. You don't ever know.
That's crazy. It's like, quick, Kawaki, slap my ass to wake up. And then he does
basically what Naruto was saying to Kurama.
Wait, what? Nah, bro, no Diddy.
To wake him out of Genjutsu.
Wait, did Kurama ever do that?
Crazy.
Do we ever see Kurama wake Naruto out of a Genjutsu?
I don't know, to be honest. I gotta think Sasuke tried some Sly stuff and it did just.
I know they say you can put a Jinchuriki under a Genjutsu. I don't know if they put Naruto under one. I think they did, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember Killer B. He got put on a Genjutsu by Sasuke, but he got woken up after that.
Yeah, that one of the best fucking Sasuke beatdowns ever in the history of the franchise. My God,
he make beatdowns look good, bro. I wish Konohamaru had fights like this. Like, yeah,
bro. No, he got his chest caved in, bro. I don't even like he had that like goo shit on his like. But that's why I was like, it's so funny you say that. I was actually theorizing like 2 or so years ago, like Sarada got curse mark amps or some shit because of that. Like he infused like Jugo infused his like biological material with Sasuke, and then like that's why Sasuke was able to resonate with him when he used like the curse marks Sage Susanoo. I was like, yo, she might got like some DNA amps from like Orochimaru and the curse mark and Jugo, but no, he got fucked up, bro. He got fucked.
Yeah, but he makes them fights look good. Like even if you ask some people like right now, what was your thoughts about the Five Kage Summon when Sasuke invaded? They'd be like, nah, Sasuke turned up, even though he died like 3 times or almost died like 3 times. Like he makes ass whoopings look like they fire. Man.
Yo, Sarada running the Kage Summit. solo run, speed run.
Imagine, bro. Like, come on, bro. It wouldn't be fair. Like, who's the Kages? Come on, bro. She's putting all of them on the shirt. All of them on
God
the shirt.
damn, bro. Poor
Man,
Inoki.
maybe not guard. Maybe not guard. Maybe she
No,
have a
stop
tough
the
time with guard.
Gara,
You never know. Hey, that's sand no joke, bro. That's sand
Oh.
no joke.
Wait. Sarada versus Boruto Eragar. Don't even
I
lie.
don't know.
Don't
I
you
don't
lie,
know.
bro.
His
That's
fast was faster than I'm saying his fast. His sand was faster than Urashiki. And he's already Otsutsuki level.
Urashiki.
Yeah.
Didn't Urashiki bust out of that sand?
He busted out, but he got caught. Like, or
I'm
he
pretty
almost
sure-
got caught.
But I'm pretty sure he was fighting like Sasuke and oh boy.
Sasuke
the
got
same
sent to another
time.
dimension.
Oh
Something
yeah, he
like
packed
that.
Sasuke up. I remember that. Wait, no, that was I think that was because Boruto got involved and he got like distracted or some shit.
Yeah. Unfortunate. So that was the fight we wanted to see, man. Urashiki versus Sasuke never got it. I think that arc would have been infinitely better if we got like a solid 1 episode arc, like Studio Period animating it. You feel me? Or not episode arc, just 1 episode fight, Studio Period animating it. We see all the abilities that Sasuke has. Like, give him the same fight that Naruto had with Delta. Like, give my guy that fight.
He's losing, bro. I don't think Sasuke can 1v1 Urashiki. I mean, Urashiki. Yeah, I don't think he can 1v1 Urashiki.
Nah, right? You can't tell me that after Urashiki lost to like Genny, Naruto, and like Boruto off plot devices. Like, I don't know.
I mean, maybe, bro. Like, could be some kind of resonance thing, bro. Like, Himawari closer to the Otsutsuki, so she's like has more affinity for Kurama. It might, you know, what's something. Well, I'll finish my thought. It might be the same thing with like Urashiki. Like Kurama's power might like amplify when it comes into contact with Otsutsuki DNA or some shit. But that's like a tinfoil. But something I do think is really interesting is how in that arc, that time slip arc or whatever, Boruto actually had an affinity for Kurama's chakra. Because he was like Jiraiya made note of it, like when Naruto was going berserk. Boruto was reaching out to him. He's like, no, that's my father. I'm not going to give up on you, blah, blah, blah. And he was able to like reach into the chakra cloak, the one-tailed cloak, reach into it and touch his dad. So he definitely resonates with Kurama's chakra. It's kind of, I just remember that. It's kind of fucked up, kind of crazy, given Himawari situation.
Nah, we were asking a question. I forgot if it was on your live or it was here a little bit earlier. If Boruto possibly has like Kurama inside of him as well, or as a Jinchuriki. To be honest, I really think Boruto could be a Jinchuriki. It could be like the same thing. Remember when the Nine Tails was split in half, and we understand it'd be a completely different dynamic. We only got Minato split in the Nine Tails, but like it could be the fact that hey, Boruto had a piece of Kurama's chakra, and Himawari had a piece of Kurama's chakra, and once the actual Kurama died, then of course 2 kernels sprouted up inside Boruto and Himawari, and then it became 2 Jinchurikis. It could be that. You never know. Or Kurama could die, or Himawari could be forced to use Baryon mode, and then Boruto is the next Jinchuriki.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm opposed to that. Sounds like a fun idea. Although I suppose my only issue with that would be I would get like a little concerned that Boruto's getting too much. Like maybe chill with giving him everything. I mean, I'm just so happy somebody got Raijin because I kind of wanted it to be Sarada, to be honest. I'm thinking, okay, her idol's like Naruto, maybe like she's following his lineage. So and then like maybe and then Boruto follows Sarada's pop's lineage, the Uchiha lineage, like a vice versa type of thing. But I'm just happy that
Sasuke's jutsus.
Yeah, like I was like, I really think Boruto had that swagger when he first came back 100%. He's maintained it for the most part. I really don't think there's anything bad about his character so far at all. I like the fact that he failed versus the Shinju. That was excellent. Because I don't want a Gary Stu or the male version of a Mary Sue. Like, just give him everything. He always wins. He's a chosen one. He gets all the powers. He always wins. Like, he's kind of like that in part 1. But I don't want... I mean, that's why I like the Deepa arc. Because he lost. He lost definitively. And it was bad. And he actually had to, like, work to get back. That was, like, one of the first times that happened. And that's why that arc... One of the elements that makes that arc so fantastic. So yeah, so when Boruto comes back, he loses. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then he also has like this problem with like karma. So he has to like run away. He's like huffing and puffing and breathing. It shows vulnerability. Or he's like, one thing I really love that they did, not only did he lose to Shinju, but he told Koji, oh yeah, I panicked. I was like, fuck yes. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That means that means there's work to be done. He's not like a finished product or anything like that. So I think his character is perfect. Literally perfect. The only thing I would say is don't overexpose him and don't give him too much. And Kishimoto fixed that in the last few chapters. He wrote in a way to get his ass out the series. And Kishimoto he's on his fucking ball. Like he's on the ball. He's on it. He's cooking.
Yeah, I like the Boruto character. Remember, this is what we asked for earlier in the series. We were saying, hey, Boruto is too childish. Boruto is this, Boruto is that. The Boruto writers, they heard all the criticism and they understood the assignment. They gave us like almost like exactly what we wanted, where Boruto is this like tough, is this like stoic guy, very, very similar to Sasuke, but he's not completely overpowered to the point where like there's no story ahead. So yeah, 1000%. I like it.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to talk about, we kind of got the definition of devour. I have no idea how this relates to what they're supposed to want. Because at first, well, let's just go over what devour meant. Jura pretty much says we call it devour. You simply become nourishment for me inside this tree. It isn't painful. There's no need to be afraid. So I kind of thought they were getting information, or at least some information, from this quote unquote nourishment, and it turns out it's just chakra. Like, so what do you think the outcome is going to be from that? Like, I don't know.
That was chapter 10. He explained that.
Yeah, chapter 10. This is like right before or right after he broke Himawari's leg. He was like, don't worry, you won't feel pain. He's pretty much explaining why.
Let me see. We call it devour, but you simply become nourishment for me inside this tree. It isn't painful. There's no need to be afraid. And you'll eventually stop feeling anything, including that fractured leg of yours. I think nourishment. But what's the definition for nourishment? I mean, obviously we can like come up with one, but like, what's the official definition? Let me see. Let me see. Nourishment, the food or other substances necessary for growth. Health. I know, bro. I'm getting pat, boy. God damn. I'm word level, okay? Health and good condition, the action of nourishing someone or something. So food, nutrition, diet. Okay. So I'm trying to apply that to this context. So I just want to kind of get the definition for it so I can work with it a little bit. So I suppose
I think it's kind of helpful too.
Yeah. So I suppose like nourishment. I think what's something else I also think is really important for this. What chapter does Boruto explain what the claw grimes are doing to their captives? What chapter is that? Because I think that goes hand in hand with what is maybe happening here. Because what I think is happening is that what's being given to them is chakra, and then chakra holds data and information. So I do think you get information, knowledge, data, power from chakra. So that's what I think they mean by nourishment.
It could be 1000% could be. What's it called? One of the thing that in this definition that kind of cleared out to me was they said it's substances necessary for growth. And we kind of assume that, hey, the more chakra that these guys get, probably the more powerful that they are going to get, and that in itself could be a problem. So I guess that right there could possibly be one of the main functions to them, like actually getting like these other characters. And to be honest, Kurama would be like a perfect character to be actually become nourishment, even if it's just the chakra. But also, in addition, Kurama has like a lot of information about this here dimension, this here plane. So hypothetically, if he is getting information, like that'd be like a wealth of information from Kurama. And not only that, we gotta think. I mean, we were asking the question, hey, maybe this Kurama might have like a little bit less chakra. After Kurama hypothetically, if he does get Kurama, which I think that'd probably be like a very small chance, let's be honest, it's Himawari. But would he then go after other tailed beasts? Because those would be like the largest chakra sources in the dimension.
I kind of would say so. But my thing would be, though, I'm not entirely sure, because number one, what they would have to offer in terms of like power, but maybe knowledge because they've been around so long. But then also, like, they seem to be off script. Like, he literally could have devoured Kawaki right then and there, and the world ends. But he chose not to. So like they're interesting. Like in chapter 4, he's like, chakra, all life on a planet, both current as well as past and long dead, we divine trees exist to suck the chakra out of all living things and form a chakra fruit. At least that was our original driving instinct. But Code gave them self-awareness, basically. They've evolved beyond that point. So I think they're basically doing what they naturally or instinctively are driven to do, just on a lesser level, like on a smaller scale. So when like he ensnares, like the clawgrams ensnare people in trees, it's basically the same thing as them like absorbing chakra from a world, except they're just absorbing chakra from an individual, and then they get like the probably like the genetic power and knowledge of that individual. Because like even if you take a look at Sasuke, you need an affinity for lightning release. You can't just use lightning release. It's not just, oh, I got Sasuke's chakra. He has to get, I imagine, his like genetics as well. At some point, and I think they're just doing on a lesser level, like I said before, what they would normally do as like a Tentails that is like being cultivated into a god tree, absorbing the recorded record of however way that works, recording absorbing the record of all life and the chakra and X, Y, and Z. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah. True. I think it could be like they have like a bit of that actual Tentails motivation, but Code essentially mixing up a bunch of his DNA, his chakra, and the iron from his blood. I feel like that in itself could possibly like have them like valuing life. Like Code, because he himself, he values life. He pretty much doesn't want to die. He has like completely different goals, and that entails him being alive. I think it could kind of seep into the Tentails here, where it's like they just want to stay alive at this particular point. But it's something in them that wants to like devour the planet. I don't know. I think it could be that.
What do you think, Free Game?
Free Game back?
Bro, Free Game, bro. Nah, Free Game took a lunch break in the middle of the work shift. That's crazy. That's crazy.
My microphone messed up. What was the question?
I used to pull that trick too. Like when I'm on a call center, I unplug the mic. Oh yeah, my shit fucked. I can't work today, boss. I gotta go. You know? Yeah, hit him up.
Yeah, we were just talking about Jura's definition of devour and pretty much kind of like parlay that to what his goals could possibly be. Right now, he's saying he really just wants nourishment for the tree, or devour, quote unquote. It's called nourishment for the tree. We kind of looked at the definition for nourishment, and we came to the conclusion it's just like things that'll just help him grow. It could be chakra. The main thing is going to be chakra, but also could be the information as well. And we were saying, I guess I'm just giving you the whole detail of what other conversation we just had. But yeah, we were basically hypothesizing his next target and basically saying what is he gathering up about all this nourishment for, and also why he wants to stay alive.
Because I was going to tie into the question I was going to ask you about Jura. I don't know. It seems like Jura is different than the other. Well, obviously he's way different than the others. So as far as devouring and nourishment, I think he just wants to take the chakra from the tail beast, because he was looking for Naruto at first, just because he was a Jubi, but ran into Himawari. So obviously it wasn't just about Naruto. It's what Naruto inherited. So maybe that's what he wants back. I don't know. Because like my question to you guys is going to be like, do you guys think that Jura is like the head of the Tentails? Like if he's like the body, the main head or whatever. But that's why I think that I think that he just wants that chakra back from that Biju.
Yeah, I think it could be the head of the Tentails. The only thing I would say is that this Ninetales didn't really come from that Tentails. Like this is a completely different Tentails. So like it could be the fact that hey, the Tentails just sees other tail beast chakra, recognize that as his own chakra, kind of like similar to like Kage back in the
What do
day
you
when she pretty
mean
much went
by
after
this
Naruto and stuff.
different Tentails? I'm talking about the juvenile one that Cole split up.
Yeah, so that Tentails in itself, that juvenile Tentails, is like different from the Tentails that house the Nine Tails. Remember the original Tentails was the one that
Okay, I
Hagoromo
hear what you're
split up.
saying. Yeah. I got
Yeah,
you.
so
I got you.
like they're different Tentails. You feel me? So I feel like it could be the fact that hey, this Tentails is like hey, this is like a big portion of chakra or a big thing that came from the previous Tentails. Maybe I just want that chakra back. Someone's like how Kage was coming back for her chakra. It could be that. He probably thinks that all Tentails belongs to him. Or maybe he could be building a Tentails army. You never know. I mean, we were talking about how the Otsutsuki members, they've been like pulling their chakra together, not necessarily, not really trying to kill each other, not trying to lower their battle strength. And they have been abusing the Tentails for years. Like we've seen what Ishiki was doing to the Tentails a little bit earlier in the series. It won't be surprising if they build an army to go against the Otsutsuki clan. And we just like spectators to the whole thing.
What was your favorite?
I guess not, because Boruto's Otsutsuki. Holy.
And Kawaki.
Oh yeah, I want to leave him out.
Always, right? But regarding this chapter, like, what was y'all? Do y'all think that it could have been better, or like, I mean, who was your favorite parts, and do you think there was anything that they could have added to make it better, like where they dropped the ball at it a little bit?
In my personal opinion, I thought it was a decent chapter. I thought it was good. If I were to give it a ranking, I don't think we actually did rate it. I'd give it like a solid 8.5, 9 out of 10. With my rankings, I do like a lot of I weigh the plot heavily. And of course, we got a bunch of plot in this one. Himawari first, or Kurama and Himawari pretty much had their conversation.
I think your mic is a little glitch, like robotic.
Oh damn! Hello, let me see.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit better. Maybe that wiggle it around.
Better now?
Yeah,
probably. All right, yeah. So Himawari, we seen her scene, Sarada scene. She pretty much matched Hidari. So like, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this particular chapter. If there was one thing that I probably would have wanted a little bit more, it would probably be like more like interaction with Hidari and Sarada. Sarada or Hidari being on go, it's not necessarily like that detrimental, because let's be honest, that's his character. We want this Hidari version to be like completely on go, but I'd love for Sarada to have that emotional scene, like, oh, this is Sasuke. I'm sensing his chakra. How is this? Like, how can this be? I'd like to see that. And of course, me and my god Mello, we would have been here basically saying, hey, yo, she might be getting amped as we speak, because she actually does recognize Sasuke, and she might be actually feeling a bunch of emotions. So like, in my personal opinion, like that would just add to the series as well. So like, I'd love to see something like that. But overall, it was definitely a decent chapter.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out, am I being gaslit? Hidari looks like Sasuke, right? Because they keep saying like he don't look like he got his. I'm like, bro, look at that brother. He looks like Sasuke, bro.
I was just saying one of us guys was the guy telling you.
No, like even Sarada's like, oh, he has my dad's Chidori. What's going on here? Who is he? Like
maybe because he has two hands and another eye.
Facts,
nah, bro. Like you can see your brother's face though. Like that brother look like Sasuke, bro.
Yeah, I think Boruto.
You're a double guess. I mean, like you'll think twice. Like, yo, is that really him? Bro didn't have an eye a week ago.
But
where does eye come from?
3 years ago. But I do feel like maybe they'll like, hey, he looks like Sasuke Uchiha, but like kind of different. What's going on here? Like, I don't know. I just feel like in the face he looks exactly like Sasuke. I don't know, but I feel like I'm being gaslit by the series because they're like telling me that nobody is seeing the similarities. I'm like, wait a minute. Facts,
especially Konohamaru that had multiple. Like he was in Hidari's face for like a minute and didn't know anything until he was told. Right. What is going on here?
Just like fucking Clark Kent. It's like, bro got glasses on. Can't nobody tell that soups. I'm like, bro, come on, cuz maybe take the hoodie off. Maybe, I don't know.
For sure, but Boruto recognized him, so like he can't look that different.
Right? Because he knew what happened to him though.
I think he was sensing his chakra.
No, he knew what happened to him though, as well.
The same thing with Sarada, right? Sarada was told what happened.
No. Remember when Boruto was leaving the fight, Mitsuki, he's like, "Yo, I got something else I want to tell you," and he's like, "I'll tell you later." I think that's what it was. Like, oh yeah, he got turned into a tree because that's what he told her. Like he got turned into a tree, but he never told her about Hidari. He never told her that. So she's finding that's why when she's in transit, she's like, "Yo, Boruto told me what happened to my dad," and then like she's like, "Yo, who is this dude?" So she's finding out about Hidari for like the first time.
But she did sense his chakra in the village. Like she could at least say, "Hey, maybe he kind of does look like Sasuke." She just didn't know at all. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think that is? Like everybody sensing chakra all of a sudden. Like is Sarada like a sensory shinobi? Like what
I think she's elite. She's just elite. Most of the S tier shinobi, or I guess now we just call them Kage tiers, but a lot of those type of shinobis, in my personal opinion, they do have like the sensory ability. Like remember, like at a certain point, they have like all 5 chakra natures. They have yin and yang release. Like they pretty much stack a lot of the elite ninjas with like a bunch of stuff. So if she all of a sudden has like sensory, like she's boxing with Hidari, like I don't think that's out of the realm.
Like I'm trying to figure out like was it something in part 1 like we just didn't know, or like this is just like she just leveled, like this is just another power they're like subtly adding onto her in Two Blue Vortex, because I'm pretty sure she was sensing it, right? It wasn't like her responding to like the sensory unit. Maybe that's what it was. I'm not sure. I have to maybe go back and look.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know.
For her running up, she didn't sense anything as far as Sasuke.
In the last chapter she did, when she was running towards the Hidden Leaf Village, she was like, I sensed Sasuke's chakra. What's going on? Oh no. Well, I did want to ask y'all.
I said I'm gonna have to read it again.
Yeah, fact. So, but I did want to ask y'all a question. In this chapter, Shikamaru is kind of like saying, like, "Hey," while he was talking to Kawaki, he's basically saying, "Hey, Boruto's enemies are our enemies." So it looks like they will be fighting alongside Boruto if Boruto gets his karma seal under control. Like, is this good for the series, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Just to get to the beginning of the omnipotence either being reversed or him changing everybody's mind. So like it's a stepping stone. So like it's getting somewhere. So like it adds to the plot. So I wouldn't enjoy it. Like I was gonna ask you guys about that first panel as well too, as far as like Shikamaru checking in on Boruto, asking me if he was all right. And he said everything was fine, but we still got the turtle that was looking. And he seemed like ominous. Like what the fuck? Like nah, bro, you're not good.
The turtle. The toad.
Toad.
Time traveling turtle.
Damn turtle. I said a damn turtle.
I was thinking about that too. The time travel.
The frog. My bad. I meant frog. I meant to say frog, not even turtle. That's the crazy thing about the whole thing.
I think in chapter 8 is when I think maybe Sarada. It's difficult to tell based on the panels. I don't know if Sarada is sensing him because she like turns around ? Dad, but then also like the sensory unit are talking. They're like data match. It's Sasuke Uchiha. So I'm not sure if she's like in on the conversation. I feel like she's not. I feel like because they literally say Lord Eighth intruders. So like I feel like they're talking directly to Lord Eighth. And then Sarada turns around and she's like, what, Dad? So my interpretation would be I think she has sensory abilities now and she can sense she sensed her father. But that's kind of interesting.
That'll be fine. Y'all think Sumire gonna get active in the next chapter? Or if Free Game had a question.
That's Sarada's cheerleader. She's gonna be, all she's gonna be saying, Sarada. That's all she's gonna be saying.
I don't know. Well,
I don't want no excuses. I want her to run the fair one, bro. I don't want no bullshit.
Yeah, that'll be like the best case scenario for Sarada in that scenario. In my personal opinion, I think one of the best things we could possibly ask for is like him or Hidari gets like a second form, and Sarada is now forced to use Mangekyo Sharingan, and she shows specifically what she has, and that this takes up like 20 pages of the 40-page chapter. I think that'll be fire.
God damn, 20 pages. Woo.
Absolutely, bro. In my personal opinion, at this given moment, this is arguably the most important scene. Of course, we understand him. We understand Himawari. We understand that situation, but I just don't necessarily think Himawari is going to be able to beat Jura. So I kind of have an idea how that's probably going to end. They're probably just going to dip. This right here, I don't know how this is going to end. I don't know how this is going to end right here. So I
feel like
want to see this fleshed out.
I feel like it might be like a stalemate, because initially I was like, okay, I think she's gonna like get dominated, but like there's gonna be some emotional shit that kicks in with like Hidari like linked to Sasuke, and he like retreats, like runs off. But now, given the power gap isn't really there, I'm like, okay, I think they can fight to a standstill, and then like maybe Hidari does some crazy shit, and then maybe like at the like you remember that scene where like Naruto throws the Rasen Shuriken at Madara, and it's right before, and then Gar is helping him, and then like you think he got him, but then he's like they zoom in, his eyes start spiraling, and he goes to the Rinnegan. Yeah, I think something like that could happen with Sarada, where like, oh shit, he powered up, and oh shit, gotcha, bitch. And then like next thing you know, they zoom in, her eyes start like turning into like the Mangekyo, and then she like blocks it or some shit, and then like Jura's like, Hidari, we have to leave, and they just kind of leave. And like it's like a stalemate or something. I think that could be a cool ending. I don't know that as much as I love Sarada, I feel like Himawari is definitely like the A fight here. I don't know.
Think so, man.
That's so interesting that you think Sarada is. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Himawari is going to be interesting. What she does show in the next chapter, similar to like Sarada, it's going to be her base. She can only build on top of that. So, like, I think it's going to have a lot of future implications. I just don't necessarily think like Himawari is actually going to beat Jura. And with Sarada, in my personal opinion, she's kind of like auditioning to go rogue alongside Boruto. She could possibly be like his new Sasuke, like as a teammate, possibly form a 3-man cell with my guy, what's his name, Kashin Koji. So like, I don't know, this could be a certain situation where we're just looking at, hey, this is Boruto's future teammate, and with Boruto potentially joining the battlefield, and Sarada having the idea that Boruto is not like some sort of complete evil character, and Sarada doesn't really care about rank anymore. Like I could see this happening. So like, in my personal opinion, like this is the A side. This is the A side.
Okay, I can rock with that. I feel that. I do see. Look, I want Sarada to get flying Raijin. Okay, I don't care. Like, just please just use flying Raijin while her Sharingan is activated. Please, okay. Like, I want her to copy that shit, because like I could definitely see like Tobi Rama Minato like flying Raijin Robin reciprocal jutsu or whatever the fuck. Like, but like the Lovebird version of this. So I want to see them like have like a lovers combination at some point towards like the end of Two Blue Vortex. I think that could be pretty sick, but she gotta get it first, okay?
I think, to be honest, I think it's likely that they have some sort of combination if Boruto, a combination attack if Boruto does join the battlefield. I think a lot of the memories or that they possibly have from fighting together on Team 7, I think that'll probably translate if they do fight together, and they'll just have like some crazy combinations that we just haven't really seen before, or probably have seen before, but to a completely different level.
They might have like that Rasengan they did against Deepa, or like minus Mitsuki though. That I could definitely like. You know how like the trope where like you're on a date and you kind of come behind your girl, you like moving her hand and that type shit. Like I could definitely see like them being like up on each other, like holding hands and doing like a Rasengan Chidori kind of combination. I could definitely see some like romantic shit like that happening at some point. Maybe to defeat like the master and father and Sasuke. That could be interesting. Very poetic. Very poetic indeed.
And speaking of defeating them, we were talking about this on the other pod, how, I said on the other pod on the live stream, how it's possible that these guys are probably not necessarily going to just like die, because they're very similar to the Tentails or tailed beasts. They don't really die. I think that sealing is probably going to be like the biggest thing. And if I'm me, I'd be remiss to say, like, you feel me? I think that I think that Kawaki is probably going to seal all these guys and eventually be the hero. But I just wanted to point that out,
Bruh. If anything, the little motherfucker gonna probably try to steal Kurama out of Himawari, so I can be closer to my zaddy. Probably something like that.
This guy's stupid.
Bro probably sniffing drawers. Okay, while fucking Naruto's sealed up. This dude's fucking weird. Fucking weirdo.
Speaking of, when do y'all think Naruto would be unsealed, or do y'all think he will be unsealed?
No time soon, bro. I want to see the championship reign of Himawari with Kurama. He's like, I couldn't imagine, like, I mean, I could actually. Naruto comes out, he's like, yeah, Himawari, y'all rock out, y'all good. Like, yeah, Kurama come back to me, nah, I'm good. Y'all, you got it.
I still think he got access to all of Telebeast chakra. I think he could just use KCM. just steal the chakra.
I do think it would be pretty
Kurama.
sick if he could like maybe like they share it, bro. I don't know, bro. Somebody learn. Look, Orochimaru's back, right? Like bring fucking Minato and Kushina back. Although Minato ain't gonna have no arms, but like bring that brother back. Like I want to see like a whole family like reunion Rasengan. Himawari need a Rasengan. Like she need like a gentle fist like fucking lion Rasengan shit like from the last. That should be fire.
I wanted to ask, how do y'all think the Byakugan is going to be roped into Himawari's skill sets?
I was concerned. I mentioned this in my last stream. When she was training with Chocho, she wasn't fighting like a Hyuga. She was doing like she was fighting like some random. I'm like, yo, you need to be doing like oh, for real. She's like throwing like fucking like even versus Hidari. She's darting forwards with like a fucking dynamic entry kick. Like, what are you doing? Like fucking lock on, like fucking Byakugan, fucking the little spiral like Neji used to do with the whole yin and yang symbol. You're in range. Like fuck yeah, let's go, bro. Fuck you doing? Like Kurama's like, yo, use your power or like don't use mine. But either way, you gotta fight. And how she manifested her power was in base to run up on Jura with a flying dynamic entry kick. I'm like, come on, Kishimoto. She is a Hyuga, bro. She be doing that Uzumaki shit too, but she's a Hyuga, okay? She ain't never fought like Naruto ever. Like, have her use Gentle Fist. So, yeah, I want to see her, like, get Byakugan. Maybe get, like, some kind of amp or some shit with the Byakugan. Because, like, you know, 6-Pass Chakra amps up Kakashi's Rinnegan, or DMS. So maybe it'll, Kurama's power, if he has, like, 6-Pass power retained, or some Baryon mode, or just his power in general, could like actually interact with a dojutsu for the first time ever. That could be pretty interesting. Elevating it to like Shinjutsu Byakugan or some shit. Who can say? But I think that could be pretty sick.
Right. Imagine she gets some of the some Kage's abilities. Remember like the bone ass jutsu where she just pretty much like
that's
like
OP,
impales people's chakra points. Bro, that'd be fire, bro.
Imagine like instead of like the little lions that like Hinata gets, she gets like Kurama faces on her fists. That should be so sick, bro. Oh my god,
crazy. But I if she does have the Byakugan, I want to be like, I want them to bring back the chakra points, like make that a thing. Like you could just pretty much like immobilize some sort of Otsutsuki tier, bump that Ishiki Otsutsuki tier combatant by just like 2-3 chakra points, like, and it's like unworkable again, like unusable again. So I think that would be fire if they do implement that again.
I'm mad, bro. I want to see Boruto do some Gentle Fist so bad. Like, I'm fine. Okay, Boruto, he fight like Sasuke, but please get to like. I just want to see a scene where she's like does the Gentle Fist stance, and then like you see like a you know how they do like the homage, they pay homage to like the people who came before. So they show Hinabi, they show her mom, they show like what's her grandfather's name, and they show like Neji. They show them motherfuckers like all kind of, and then they show her like she's like the long line of like fucking Hyuga, and then she's like just start tapping up Jura with the fucking Gentle Fist. That shit will be so fucking sick, bro. So fucking. I mean, she took out Naruto like when she was like a little baby. So.
Oh yeah, true. I'm happy for the Byakugan. You know, coming into Boruto, I always say this all the time. We thought it was going to be the era of the Byakugan. We thought we were going to see a lot of the Hyuga stuff. You know, we had the whole theories about the Jogan being like a Mangekyo Sharingan version of the Tenseigan. We just never really got that. Like, I'm hoping she gets the Tenseigan. Like, this is like one of the most realistic opportunities for us to see like a Tenseigan, right?
That would be sick. That would be sick. I will say, the Hyuga. Like we did the peak fiction video ranking the clans, and I think the Hyuga are probably the best clan in the entire verse, in my opinion. I know some people disagree with this, but just look at their top tiers. Like Boruto just alone solos a lot, and then you have Himawari now turning up. Like, bro, the Hyuga and they're alive and they're around. Like Hyuga are so fucking OP, bro. I fuck with the Hyuga heavy, and I hope she gets the Tenseigan. I hope, bro. Listen, number one, I want Himawari to get her own series post Boruto. It's looking more and more likely every day. Okay, that's number one. I'm still the only
So
person I know who have
part
no,
3.
Himawari.
Well,
That's the name
basically,
of the
that's
series.
basically
Yeah,
it.
no Naruto. No, like you had Naruto, you had Boruto, then have Himawari to close out the Uzumaki trilogy, and then we can move the fuck on. I don't go 1,000 years in the future or go in the past. I don't know, but we got to move on past the trilogy if they have one. But I do think, unless you think Boruto is the trilogy of the what's the word for four quadrant? I don't fucking know. But yeah, so that's number one. That's looking more and more likely since she's getting the glow up. And then number two, I forgot what number two was because of ADHD. I apologize. Please continue. It was good though. Just trust me.
Yeah.
Take my word for it.
No, yeah, I'll take your word. It was impeccable. But yeah, I'm hoping Himawari does get like her own series. That would be fire. The only thing is, I'm concerned about what the actual enemies are actually going to go to, because right now we're pretty much taking a break from the Otsutsuki clan because we realize like that right there might be a little bit too much. So like in part 4 or part 5 now, like I don't know what the enemy source is going to be, and we have to assume that.
Sorry, no, please continue.
I was about to say, and we have to assume Himawari is going to get stronger. Like she's gonna surpass all the characters we see now.
That's what I'm saying. Is like it's 10 chapters into the time skip, bro. Like I'm not sure how long Boruto's gonna be, to be fair, but like this is a battle shonen. Like these characters are gonna get like exponentially more powerful, most likely. But what I was thinking was how Boruto, strangely enough, awakened one Jogan. Where's the other Jogan? Okay, where's the other Jogan? We're talking about Tenseigan, Byakugan. I wouldn't be opposed to her getting a Jogan in the opposite eye of Boruto, and like they have to come together to fight. I think that could be pretty sick.
That'd be fire.
Like you go to like the Toneri prophecy. My hope is that eye will guide you to the light, which will expel the darkness. Maybe like the light is actually Himawari. Like maybe Himawari is the chosen one. Like the toast, like it speaks of a young youth who can frolic among the tail beasts. That's Himawari, not Naruto, bro. No, I'm kidding. But pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
That'll be fire. One of the things though that I did have an idea about on how Boruto did get like this strong. Of course, copious amounts of training, hacks, bloodlines, a bunch of crazy stuff like that. But I think it's possible that Boruto could be utilizing a technique. Like I won't necessarily say Ultra Instinct, but like similar to that. Like it could just be like a technique that allows his base self to now be on the level of like, let's say, Ishiki Otsutsuki.
I just think I think that 18% that got spliced when he got revived, I think that's the reason why his base is so damn powerful, personally. Because Boruto's a weird character. He's so fucking weird. I think he has low chakra lore linked to him in the anime in particular, because I think the Jogan has been siphoning off his actual chakra for its like development the entire time. So Boruto, like all of part 1, my theory is that he's been nerfed this entire, almost like a Byakugo seal. He's been nerfed this entire time so that the Jogan can like awaken, and then once it fully awakens, he'll get his actual chakra reserves back, and he'll be like on demon time in base, or like without karma or anything like that. That's been my theory this entire time. But nevertheless, that theory aside, just what's presented, bro has low chakra reserves, and I'm so confused as to why. Hence the Jogan theory. But he has bomb ass genetics, but it doesn't really seem to manifest itself that way outside of his intelligence. But like, I think, yeah, he probably got that from Minato, sure, but that's it. Like Sarada has like a Sharingan. She has like a lot of chakra to utilize it. Her chakra control is kind of dog shit in the early stages, but she has like monster strength and Chidori and all this bullshit. I'm looking at Boruto, like he can make a big ball Rasengan, so he has to like condense it down, but then that fucks his arm up, so he can't even use it on the regular. It's like Kakashi's like, oh yeah, you're like me. You don't have a lot of chakra. Like, wait, you don't want to. Kakashi's my boy, but if I'm a ninja, I ain't trying to get like Kakashi, bro. He ain't got no fucking chakra to speak of. Like that's crazy, bro. So like he's the weirdest, like he's a Hyuga, but he got no Hyuga in him. Like bro ain't got no fucking Byakugan. He ain't got no, like he don't even use gentle fist like that. I mean, he used it a little bit with the palm strikes, which I think was pretty cool early on. But
Yeah,
as the series progressed, he stopped doing that, and it's like you got all these like bomb ass bloodline traits, Kekkei Genkai potential, but you got nothing, bro. Like nothing. I don't know. If it wasn't for karma, I think bro would have been like definitely Kage level, but he definitely wouldn't be where he's at right now for sure.
It could. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. One of the questions I did want to ask, and Free, I want you jumping on this too. At the end of the series, give me like a top 5 of just the characters we know now. Who will be the top 5 strongest at the end of the series?
That's a tough one. Yo,
If I were, yeah, much. I'll give mine while y'all think of y'all's. If I were to give like an opinion, I'd say Boruto is number 1, and I think that right there might be a bit controversial with some of the characters that we do see. But Boruto's being number 1, I think that right there.
Free game, mute your mic.
I got you.
Yeah, I got Boruto number 1, just solely predicated on the Jogan. I believe because Tone did come out the window and say, "Hey, this is going to be the star of hope." I think it's going to be like absolutely overpowered. And of course, we haven't really seen Karmasa Boruto yet, and I still do believe we're probably going to get to see a Momoshiki and Boruto unison form, just like how we see the KCM eventually when they do get along. But you never really know. So I think Boruto would be number 1. I'd probably have Himawari number 2. I'd say Sarada would be number 3. I think by the end of the series, she should surpass Damon. You know, it sounds crazy. I think she should probably be number 3. I'd probably have Kawaki number 4. I think at the end of the series, like I think they'll probably be like ahead, like neck and neck. To be honest, the reason why I would have Sarada at number 1, I think, is because it's likely that Kawaki would be like a bad guy, and if he is a bad guy and does actually die, like prior to like the actual end, I'd still expect Sarada to get stronger. So like that's the only reason. But like if Kawaki does survive until the end, I would probably have Kawaki stronger than Sarada. So like I think they're neck and neck. And the 5th one.
Oh my bad, I thought you were done. Please continue.
Yeah, the 5th one, I gotta think about number 5. Bro, to be honest, I might have Ada number 5. If she ever truly becomes an Otsutsuki member, if she stays on the good guy side and actually does get like omnipotence, like that in itself could be crazy. I say that because Code said a lot earlier that he himself could possibly become an Otsutsuki member. He wants to become an Otsutsuki member. Actually, that's his goal. I'd possibly think that, hey, that could be the same thing for Ada. And the reason why Ada can't really use omnipotence to her fullest is solely because she's not actually an Otsutsuki member, or to the level of an Otsutsuki member to where she can actually use it. So like I feel like if that happens, she'd be number 5. She'd probably be number 5.
I think for Ada, I think everything gets solved for her if she just loses her Shinrigan, like her abilities in that regard. And I think that's happening. I think probably this is one of the reasons why I think Bug is like a red hair, like Jura's a red herring, and Bug's the actual menace that you need to look out for. Because Jura's like he's like trying to get people outs, like, hey, just give me what I want. You can live, bro. I don't think Bug's doing that. I think Bug's just packing people on sight. I think Bug's the real problem, and I think his target is like the best target, given like the beginning of them picking their targets, and then I think he's going to take that power, and I think that's going to be good for her because she doesn't want to fight, she doesn't want the power. So like I can't imagine at the end of the series if the character lives or whatever, she keeps that power. Like there's no way I can imagine her keeping that power. Just with Ada, as far as Sarada though, I agree. There's because even if Kawaki lives, well, I'll say it like this: I think Kawaki at some point, just because of the narrative, like the story, will surpass Sarada at the end. I think that probably just like necessitates that happens. But as far as like at the end of the actual, like everything's all said and done, I think Kawaki's lack of like progression kind of speaks. So far in the series time of recording, kind of speaks to his mentality. He's not a natural warrior. He did not choose this life. He's like thrusted into it, and he's been fighting for his life and out of necessity for like the things he like finds value in and whatnot. But I think Kawaki left to his own devices would not actually seek power, and I actually don't think he would be training very much at all. Sarada is a natural born warrior. She was born into an environment, like her whole culture is that of a warrior. So I think she would maintain her training post Two Blue Vortex, if that's like the true ending of the Boruto saga. So I do agree. Like at the end of the series, everything said and done, I think Sarada will be far and away more powerful than Kawaki. But I think during the series, because of like narrative reasons, Kawaki's going to like I think she's already beyond him. But I think they'll be neck and neck for a while. But at some point, he's just going to have to surpass her to even be able to rival Boruto in the flash forward scene, I think. But yeah, as far as a list goes, I can't even give you one off the top of my head. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I think
who would be number
probably
one?
Either Boruto. Like right now, I would say either Akibi, Boruto, or Shibai. Right now, I think it's probably Shibai.
Akibi's interesting.
I think Akibi's the villain after the Shinju. I don't think the Shinju are really villains. They seem like misguided kids with like really bad impulses. Outside of like, I think Bug might be like the main villain, but because I can definitely see Bug like absorbing them, like the other Shinju, and become like one giant FU villain, like a Cell or something. Instead of like, oh, let's turn these people into trees and have multiple like Shinju. No, like we'll turn them into trees and have like one Shinju, like how Cell has like all the cells of all the warriors in one body. I think that is probably better. But nevertheless, I think the Shinju aren't the be all end all right now. I actually think they'll be more of an asset than a liability. At least a few of them, and I think Akibi Sanzu's the setup. I think there's a reason why Kishimoto is pairing Delta up with Kawaki. I don't think that's like coincidental. So I think that's probably what they're going to set up. The Otsutsuki scratch down the Tentails dimension, Amato, Akibi, Otsutsuki. And that's why I get to like Amato might be like a Manchurian candidate to where he just doesn't know. Like he thinks he is who he is, but in actuality, like via omnipotence, he's actually like his mind has been rewritten. And I think that might link to like Momoshiki's like, oh, have you ever pondered the minds of humans being manipulated by like an Otsutsuki who has become a god? I'm like, that's interesting that you said that randomly out of nowhere. Nobody asked you that, but you just offered that. So I think Kishimoto might be setting up, hey, somebody's mind has been rewritten via omnipotence. I think it's Amato. I think he's actually an Otsutsuki. Maybe Shibai, maybe some other Otsutsuki linked to the
That's a gentleman.
That's linked to the that's linked to the scratched out emblems in the Tentails dimension. And I think Kibi's probably like the main villain amongst those two. And then maybe Amato, his human side kicks in. He's like conflicted. He's like, Kibi, we shouldn't do this. And he's just like, shut up, peasant. And then like she just goes fucking Otsutsuki queen on everybody. But yeah, so I would say Shibai, Akibi, Boruto probably number one, depending on how far in the series we get. Kawaki probably number two. Maybe Code. I don't know. Code. I hate to say it, but maybe.
What?
I think Code. Okay. So we're talking like in game, like not still in the mix. They're not still like 16, 17 years old. They're like I don't know, 25 or some shit, or like their 30s. Okay, yeah, I think it's probably going to be. I don't think Boruto lives. Number one, I think he dies. So
that's a bombshell.
Yeah, I think the most powerful warrior on the planet is going to be Himawari. I think the second strongest on the planet is probably going to be Sarada, and the third is probably going to be Mitsuki. The fourth probably Kawaki, just basically because I don't think he's going to maintain his training in the same way the other people do or will. And then as far as the can you please mute your mic? Regan?
Yeah.
And as far we're on number 4, and as far as number 5, I think maybe Damon. I still think Damon will be cooking, even if Ada's not. But that's just my off the top of the head list. But I think Himawari is going to be like the most powerful in the verse. Yeah.
So where would you have Boruto like at his death? Hypothetically,
probably like beyond Shibai. Like I think he's going to reach omnipotence, like true godhood, but it'll come at a cost. Like he'll make a grand sacrifice, or he might just transcend the physical realm and like he still exists, but he doesn't exist in our dimension. So like he's the strongest in like all of existence, but it's like have you seen like the Loki series? Probably not.
No.
Well, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but just like he gains like this god tier power Boruto, but like in exchange for that, like he has to like maintain the multiverse. He has to like stay in one place forever, and like like I'll make the sacrifice so that you guys can like live your lives, and like we just like kind of never see him again. I think that could be like a ending for him, but I think his ceiling is probably omnipotence. He's like what is he like the first person omnipotent narrator in part 1. Like he's narrating the story. Like this is
Yeah, that's true.
everything we've
That
seen
is
so
true.
far is like him telling us. So he could be like the
Imagine
god of
he's
stories or
actually
something
like,
like
yeah. That'd be crazy. He's actually like the god. Free game, you got a list? How's it looking? Oh, free game probably handling his children right now. Oh, there you go.
I will say I do need to go soon.
Keeps on dropping off my mic. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. We can end probably like saw 10. Finish this up and do an outro.
Bet.
Yeah, my bad. I apologize. So a list. What was the list on?
Like at the end of the series, like if you'd have like a top 5 list, who would be the strongest? On my list, I thought that like Boruto would probably be number 1. I completely forgot my list, but I think Mello had like Shibai number 1. So like at the end of the series, like who would be like the top 5?
Oh, at the end of the series, period.
Yeah.
Oh snap. Yeah, of course Boruto. Of course Kawaki.
Kawaki would be number 2 definitive. Well,
I gotta give it an order. I was just
if you don't want to give it an order, I don't want to press nobody because this is like a last minute type of list.
Nah, you good. So if I do it in order, yeah, Boruto, Kawaki, then Shirai, and then Sarada, and Himawari. Is that 4 or is that 5? I think that's 4.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah. Only reason why I say that is because typically at the end of the series they beat the boss or the big baddie. So
yeah, I didn't have Shibai on my list. I probably should have added him. But
if he appears, yeah, I think he definitely should be on that list.
Yeah, I like.
I know. I was just gonna say, do you think they're gonna like what's like the over or under 50% that they have like an in space fight? Because I remember at least in anime, Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and Urashiki were like in the orbit of, I think they were in the Earth's orbit, but they were still like in the Earth's fucking orbit in space almost. Like, do you think they're gonna have like a space fight, like some Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog shit?
Yeah, I think like
Naruto. Think so.
Naruto and Tonetti, like they were boxing on the moon, but it looked like space after they blew off like half of it. So
that is so weird, bro. I forgot that happened. And then like didn't bro like conjure up a cage out of energy? Like that Sensegan shit was weird. That was some movie level power shit. Just making up shit. But like they're O2, they're aliens. Like I'm pretty sure like they can like fly in space or some shit. Like on some Viltrumite, like invincible soup. Like I don't think Superman can breathe in space or whatever. But like yeah, I think that could be pretty sick. Like Shibai's not a planetary threat. He's like a Galactus from like Marvel Universe size, like ultra, like huge, multiple like galaxies type of entity. And like little Boruto and Kawaki gotta like fucking fly in space and like fight him in like the fucking cosmos. That could be pretty sick.
But, and he's in love with death.
You know, some Thanos shit. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I gotta go back to see what the actual mechanics were. Like, how was Naruto breathing on the moon? Like, was it just like, hey, he's an Uzumaki, so Uzumakis have like a trait or something like that? So I gotta go back to see.
I think they just the moon is just like it has like its own atmosphere or some shit. Like it's not like our moon. It's like a yeah. It has like
I know they had like a portal from like Earth to the moon.
I
wonder if portals like that still exist.
I think so. And then like the thing had like a genjutsu defense against like, and then like kind of mind washed Naruto to fall in love with Hinata, which is very inappropriate. Like bro fell in love and had kids against his whole consent. It's insane.
Unfortunate.
Like his whole life is a lie. Like what the fuck, bro? I mean, hey, he
That's
looked
a
up. Bro.
powerful genjutsu. I ain't gonna lie. Kurama ain't even take him out like that. He was like,
Oh, yo, you were right, bro.
Naruto do need something.
Yeah, I didn't even
Naruto
think
needs
of that
life.
shit, bro. Kurama didn't
Me
even
either.
smack him out that bitch. That's crazy. Kurama was like, nah, bro. I'm gonna do you a favor and let you fall in love, bro. Okay.
Yeah, facts. So we ain't gonna take my gods away from their lives any longer. We can do the outro, right?
Yeah. I mean, ain't really nothing to say, but thank you everybody for joining. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a wonderful evening, night, whatever. I don't know y'all time zone. It's still light outside for me.
Yeah, 9 p.m. for me.
Definitely. Yeah, but like, subscribe, rate. We do have a channel membership. Smash that join button. Get some pretty interesting perks. Maybe we can work on some things. If you guys have some recommendations for us, let us know. And as I always say on my channel, I'll say it here as well. Do something productive for yourself and then also for somebody else. It doesn't take a lot of your time to pay someone a compliment or make their day. It definitely will. So we need more people like that in the world. So definitely go out there and be a force of positive change rather than just negativity. We have far too many edgelords in 2024, the year of our Lord, and we need more actual good people. So we're
The
counting on
year
you
of
guys.
our Lord. Oh
Shit! Oh, free game slurring. He got that Henny bottle, boy. It's time to go.
Nah, I
have,
said the year of our Lord. That shit is
the
crazy.
year of our Lord is a speckle.
Oh, really? I was eating. My bad.
Y'all have a good one. Okay, y'all be easy.
You too.
All right,
God
y'all.
bless the kids. Bar. I'm not sure. You got kids, bro? No, probably not.
Nah, he don't.
God
No.
bless Bar. Okay, y'all be easy.
You too.
All right, Sam. All right, gotcha.
Later. Peace.
Later.
I see y'all.